Water,
please.
pass the test.
Every time we're sexist, you guys have to take 76% of a shot.
Nah.
Brandon, it's called democracy.
Yes, and more people need it.
We had no part in this YouTube. It's all on them.
Oh, I did. Come at me, England. Bring it on.
Can't wait for your radicalized channel. We got to clap. I got to remember the clap on that. Cody, introduce us.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Unsubscribed Podcast. I am joined today by Eli Double Tap, Fat Electrician, Sam and Nadine of your New Zealand family, Brandon Herrera, and myself, Donut Operator. Thank you for tuning in.
Hi, everyone. We were supposed to talk about shooting guns today. Guess what we didn't get to do?
Yep.
Texas pissed on us.
A lot.
God said no.
Yeah, absolutely.
We were trying to show them the Texas way of life, which is fully automatic machine guns and barbecue, White Claw, I guess, things like that. At least we got a couple
the
of things
White Claw.
right. Yeah.
It's the worst trip ever.
Yeah, let's
We
get
promise you all of this. Here's a White Claw.
Yeah,
You
let's-
could have bought that
White claws and
anywhere
cameras.
else.
Things you don't have at home.
Went to America. Did you shoot guns? No.
Yeah, like we said, we'll take a rain check. We'll happily fly back 14 and a half hours just to spend some more time with you guys.
Super quick layover. You guys, how long have you been in America for now?
9 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What's your favorite place?
Ooh, I knew this was coming.
It's tough.
Why
I
is
mean,
it
now
not
that
the
we've been in
West
San
Coast?
Antonio, it makes it even harder to decide.
I mean, realistically,
it shocked us.
9 weeks is longer than half the people in San Antonio have been in America.
Spicy podcast.
He can make that joke. He's Mexican. And illegal.
Hey, wow. No, I'd say probably Yellowstone National Park
Yeah,
was my favorite.
nice.
Yeah, it was
amazing.
stunning, beautiful.
I'm making you pick a city.
You gonna
Okay. All right, go on.
me first?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna go with San Antonio.
You are?
I am.
Okay.
It reminded me, like the river walk reminded me
Yeah.
of Christchurch, the Avon River, and it just gave me vibes of like Europe, which we'd been to last year, and it took me back home all at the same time, but also had full Texas vibes too.
Yeah.
And it's the most sort of like Hispanic styled Texas city I've been to, all the beautiful colors and the vibrant,
Which
Things that you
continent
said.
did LA remind you of?
Wow. Well, last year. Yeah, well, that's funny because when we landed in LA, that was my first time driving on the right-hand side of the road, the right side of the road.
Well, we say the wrong side of the road.
And that was like
For
a
us.
7-lane each side wide freeway.
Crazy.
And I was just holding on for dear life. I mean, my knuckles were just like
Yeah.
pure white.
That would be weird.
Kids were like,
playing on a hard mode. Why are they so late?
yeah.
What do we do?
Why are there other people on the road at the same time as me? I'm like,
What's the biggest
Why
road
is
you
no
guys?
one indicating?
yeah, true.
You just, yeah.
What's the biggest road you guys have in New Zealand? Like how many lanes wide?
The freeway, maybe 4 per side. And that's like.
At most.
That's
At
absolute
absolute
massive.
most, yeah. Yeah.
Absolute.
Here.
Yeah.
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 That's our small one.
Yeah.
That we're mad. When
No.
we
Is
get
it big enough?
Yeah.
We can't pass people. If someone's going really slow, do you have like assholes in the left lane, or do you know what that?
That would be the right lane.
That would be right
Yeah.
lane.
Right line.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
It
the
is.
right
The
lane.
right lanes for
Yeah.
crime over there?
For
Pretty
crime.
much. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's wild. All right.
That's where all the action happens.
Yeah.
They also are like they think what did we say 75 was like fast. 73 miles an hour was considered fast.
Yeah.
which
I think
is
68 is like our that's the expressway. Is 68 miles per hour.
That's my commute.
Yeah.
it's a residential area.
In Texas, it is.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Speed limits here go
45
hard.
here.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
I was driving following one of you, and I was like, I'm not even going to try. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna,
that's right.
I'll
Sorry.
just hang back.
The big Shelby truck.
Oh,
That's the one.
But I'm on the wrong side of the car and on the wrong side of the road for us. Different side of the car. So it's like it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You have to really focus.
Focus
Yeah.
in. How is your trip so far? What is your when you came to the United States? It's for your YouTube channel. What has been the main thing? You're like, okay, we're going to land here and just travel, get an RV, or just did you have a list of destinations you were planned out?
Yeah, so last year we planned this big European trip, right? Because my dad is from Italy, so I spent a lot of time in Italy as a kid. And so, I hadn't been back there in 15 years. So we planned this big Europe trip. And also I lost my mother during COVID to cancer. And so that we took that trip in her honor. And then I was on the phone to the travel agent I was about to book this big European trip, and she came running over to me. She's like, stop. Why are we not going to America? Because we normally go via like Dubai or Asia and then head up to Europe and back. But she's like, why don't we go through America? Let's just do it. And then we can make a whole bunch of videos and stuff like that. So we ended up going 5 days LA, 5 days New York, like 6 weeks in Europe. And then on the way back, we did 5 days in Miami, 5 days in Fort Worth, like the historic stockyards, and then back in New Zealand. So we did that as like a round trip. And so, yeah, that was kind of it. That was like our first taste of America. Then
Fort Worth is like the stereotype of Texas.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you think of when you think
Going
Texas.
from LA
Yeah.
to New York to Fort Worth.
No, I know.
We got all four corners.
We got it all.
Hey, fuck you.
This is the same country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild.
And so then we went back and we were like, we need to do an RV trip because like so many of our subscribers are like, you need to see small town America.
Yeah.
You guys just went and like to all the big
Well, we
cities.
kept getting told, you didn't see America. You saw
Yeah.
big city America, and they were like, that's not the same. And they wanted us to come back and just, you know, see a lot more. And so did we.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt like we wanted to just, like, the more of America we see, the more we want to see.
Oh, yeah.
And
That sentence is such a uniquely American sentence, and I love it. If you only saw the cities, you didn't see America.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we were told. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So we thought, hey, what better way to see a whole bunch of small towns than to get an RV and just drive
See
5.5 weeks.
See everything.
Yeah.
Yosemite so far has been the like, holy shit, this is
it was-
gorgeous.
Like-
Yosemite was amazing.
We saw a
Fucking
grizzly.
fly.
Oh, yeah.
Who's got a gun?
You got to like
Well,
get it in the eyes. No, but yeah, like Yellowstone. No, Yosemite was amazing. That was actually probably your favorite out of the national
was,
parks, wasn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
But Yellowstone was amazing for me because we saw our first ever grizzly bear in the wild. There's,
Oh, wow.
there are no bears in New Zealand, like nothing.
There's no bears.
That's like seeing a unicorn. Basically, for us.
would you rather be alone in the woods with that or a man?
Do you know that thing? Okay, they're not.
Yeah, it's okay.
Oh, wait, is that a boy joke?
No, it's
No, it's like a TikTok.
It's an extremely
okay.
political American joke.
Oh, okay.
There's a huge
Yeah.
trend with
American
I
politics.
don't know TikTok.
It's not, I don't know if it's political.
No, it's not political. It's just a weird ass. Is it political? Babe, was the bear or a man political or not? Or is it just a question to ask the females?
It was based off, do women feel safe around men or not? It was more like,
Okay, so we
Oh,
have to
now
ask
that you
Nadine that question.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
now
okay.
that you say
That's one
that,
for you
I
to
have
answer.
seen that.
So if
Yeah.
you're in the woods with your girls, right? You're having a girls' camping trip.
It's by yourself or is it with girls?
By yourself.
By yourself, I think.
You're walking through the woods.
or women would ask their husbands or their fathers, it's like, would you want your daughter alone in the woods with a bear or a man, a strange man? You don't know
What kind of bear?
Seriously,
You
what
say
kind
what
of man
kind
is
of bear,
important?
but I say what kind
excuse
of
me, what kind of bear?
Yeah,
What kind of man, too?
strange
is
man.
important.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
it's a koala, like I don't give a shit. Like, I'll roll the dice on that one. If you get fucking, if you get
She's gonna
murdered by a koala, I can't help you.
Black bear and polar bear is a huge disparity.
Koala, you're getting STD. That's fine.
That's Jesus
Christ.
No, they do.
What?
They have syphilis.
Yeah.
Yeah, all koalas.
Yeah.
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah,
I didn't know
that's
where you
the
were
whole
going
thing.
with that, dude. I'm like,
It's science.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
I
not
know.
just shouting out STDs.
I'm like, what are your intentions with the bear?
Koalas have two functions. They're going to eat eucalyptus and have syphilis. Yeah. That's
Oh,
it.
wow.
Just like Al Capone.
Like Brandon's like, Eli, whoa, calm down.
Yeah.
I thought Eli just like straight up, we're 9 minutes into a podcast, and he's like, so anyway, fucking a koala. Like, Jesus Christ.
Brandon's like, I
Thank
was
you
going to
for having my back on
I
that.
mean, it's an Australian thing. We don't identify with that. We're New Zealanders, but we don't even have koala bears.
You got nothing there.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
What does New Zealand have? Like, what's
Wait,
the,
back
what's
to the
main-
question.
Oh, shit.
Bear or man?
Okay, bear or man? Oh, that's tough because I think I would say man.
You would rather run into a man in the woods than a bear?
Yes.
Okay.
But
I
I,
like
don't
that.
know bears because we don't have them. So
that's
I
the
just know
point.
them as like real scary, like I'm going to absolutely
Yep.
maul you.
Nope, that's the point.
Right.
Correct idea.
So yeah, I'd go with a
Yep.
man.
Yep. Good job.
It was
High five.
weird. A lot of girls were saying, how many girls? On
Congrats.
TikTok, it was like, I'd rather have a
they all
bear.
have blue hair. They all have blue hair. That's the only reason.
I
But wait, do they both have syphilis?
Probably.
Just getting into semantics here. Come on.
yeah.
Not enough information to answer this question.
I know Brandon wanted to fuck a koala. But
Not now.
not now, Eli.
I saved his life. Brent's like, "God,
Get it
dude,
on the Capone.
you got roped into
How the fuck did that like get 180'd on me? It's like that got the Uno reverse because we can't remember.
Wait, Wait,
This next run for Congress is going to be dope.
have any of you guys been to Australia or New Zealand?
No.
We
Never.
only-
No plans or anything like that?
Dude, we're
eventually.
100% going. We're going to the
What? We're 100% going fucking where?
I don't go
to
any.
New Zealand, and we're going to go to the green. What's the dragon? The green dragon? What's the Hobbit bar?
Yeah, Hobbiton.
Yeah, we're going
yeah.
to Hobbiton.
Yeah,
for sure.
We filmed a video there.
Yeah, we did.
Like the Shire?
There,
Yeah.
That's there.
Yeah.
Come to the Shire.
Wait, I was making a joke.
No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
a bar and everything. You
It
can
is
get
still
shit.
there. Oh, yeah.
Is
Yeah.
it a small bar?
Where they filmed it and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they...
So Eli just walks in as normal size.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just walk in, don't have to crash down. Like, Mexicans as far as I can see, and hobbits.
Yeah, no, it's the same place that they actually shot the movie, and they just kept it all original.
Yeah.
And then, in fact, recently, because it all just used to be like facades on the side of the hill, so you couldn't, you open up the door and it was just dirt, so they didn't
Yeah.
have any real hobbit holes. But now they've actually fully furnished the interior of one, and you can go inside, walk around.
Yeah.
And if you want it, you can do like a full dinner. They bring you out like, you know, the old school like chicken and, you know, beans.
Oh, yeah,
and
we
all
did
the,
that. Yeah, it's really
The
cool.
medieval
What's
meal.
an old school chicken versus a modern
I don't
chicken?
like.
I feel like
it's cooked. It's just you know, it's just drumsticks. You pick up
Yeah,
the drumstick
I feel
and
like
it's
It's roasted. The Colonel didn't get a hold of it. Eli. It's not fucking deep fried.
And as the ugly American, I don't want it. I want to have the things that the FDA allows only in this country.
I like everyone's learning, so it's just like STDs. Not pointing at you that you have them. Koalas.
No, my doctor made sure I knew about STDs a while ago.
Hobbiton. These are great things in New Zealand. That's why I'm down to go.
Yeah.
That place is fucking dope.
No,
We've
you-
named
yeah.
one thing.
Hobbit, there's two.
Hobbiton and
STDs and Hobbington.
No, STDs
Okay,
in
never
Australia.
mind. Those are in New Zealand. Wow, New Zealand's cool. Right?
wow.
We're progressive.
Little people and dick warts. Thanks, Eli.
Well, we're going to
this
sell the
trip
country.
I know. I mean, we can see the real Mount Doom from our bedroom window.
Yeah, we can.
Seriously.
Just saying.
The eye just looks at them when they look out their window.
Yeah. With the eye, he's there.
It's like the Las Vegas sphere. Just looking around like, whoa.
Yeah.
Fucking dope. Okay, so you've seen a grizzly bear and you're like, I'm assuming you're in a vehicle.
Okay, so
We jumped out.
we were at a ranch and they take you out on a thing called a Yellowstone Day. They take you out in like a big van. There's maybe like 10 of us. And the whole day lasted, 9 to 10 hours. And I was just, the whole day, I was just like, look, I don't care where we go. I like Old Faithful, great, cool, all that stuff.
We'd already
I
seen
want
it.
to see a
Yeah.
grizzly bear.
Yeah.
That's just like my ultimate. And so we got about, 9.5 hours into the day. I'd almost given up hope. And we were just heading on the road back outside the East Gate. And then it was Nadine and Denzel who were sitting in the very back of the van. I stole the front seat because I had my camera and everything. And all I heard was, bear, 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 behind me. And I look out there and I say bear too at the same time. So we just screech onto the side of it. And the thing is we were the first ones to see it. Normally you pull up on like a whole bunch of people who are all, with their cameras and everything, all standing around. So you join the queue. We were the first ones there, and it was this beautiful mum and her cub. And we're not joking.
Don't fuck with.
Yeah.
No.
We're not joking. We pulled out because it was like the perfect situation because we put there was like this pond or like really small lake. It was maybe like 35 yards away from us because there was a body of water between us. Everybody felt safe.
She just walked along.
Yeah, just
It
walked
was
along the edge.
amazing.
Yeah,
You
like
guys were out of the car?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We were right on the
like
outside
one and a
of
half
it.
the
Yep.
distance of this room, and then that would have been the grizzly standing right there. With its
You
cub.
would have like
no guns.
4 dudes with guns that would be like, nah.
We had one dude with
We
a gun.
had a guy with a gun.
We had a
with
guy
us.
with a gun.
Yeah.
So we
What
were,
kind of gun?
A Glock
what kind of
45.
guy?
45 ACP.
Well, yeah, what kind of guy? What kind, yeah.
He's a good guy. He's from Missouri.
Yeah, it was really cool. He was a cool guy.
Yeah.
Close.
Shout out to Craig.
45
Yeah.
is still,
Grizzlies are
You're gonna want to have a
terrifying.
10 millimeter for those boys.
I
Yeah.
want a rifle.
But like everyone else jumped out too, so we were like, oh, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Multiple
just be
targets,
faster.
break up the,
Yeah, exactly,
I was
yeah.
like, take
Grab the
them.
45.
We have a buffer zone.
Yeah, grab the 45, shoot
All
the
the
slow
Americans
guy
are
in the
fat. We
leg.
need a bear to get them first.
Do you guys see the hot springs and all that?
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Faithful.
Insane.
So the crazy thing is though is that in New Zealand, like especially the area that we're from, Lake Taupo. So if you think about this, Lake Taupo is twice the size of Lake Yellowstone, and it's natural. It's like the crater of a supervolcano, just like Yellowstone too.
Still active.
So yeah, and we've got like hot pools. We've got we don't have many geysers, But we
No,
have
we
we have
don't.
loads of
Rotorua does.
steam vents and stuff like that. Like if you
Yeah.
wake up early in the morning and you drive down our highway, 2 minutes outside of our house, the whole land is just rising with steam from all the volcanic
Yeah.
activity.
And we have
That's
those coloured
camping.
pools and stuff as well. Like, I think you guys call them paint pots here.
oh yeah,
Those
what?
like real hot coloured pools.
You guys need to go to
like
Yellowstone.
In Yellowstone, have you been?
No, I haven't.
None of us have. You've
Little
explored
Paint
more.
pots.
Yep. And they're really bright coloured, like blue and orange. And
Have any of us?
Loads of
They're
different
like
colours.
boiling with water. Yeah.
Is the water so hot that you can't touch it?
No,
So
you can
hot.
see it's bubble. It's actually like boiling.
Oh, that's
Like-
the acidic
yeah.
one. It's
Yeah.
it's something else too, right? It's not
Like
just water.
thermal.
Sulfur.
Sulfur and
Sulfur.
Yeah.
Sulfuric.
You ever hear the
yeah.
stories of people falling in those at Yellowstone?
Yep.
We
There
got
was
those
a-
in New Zealand too.
Yeah, a couple years ago, there's a guy, like his dog fell in, and he went to save his dog
Yep.
and jumped in.
There's no
Just
way.
boiled him.
No, you just boil.
Just
Yeah.
boiled him.
Yeah, it happened in New Zealand as well, in Rotorua.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a kid.
Young
I think
kid.
accidentally
Oh, Jesus.
climbed
Wow.
the fence. Yeah, it was sad.
I like when
Just
people
does-
ignore fences. Like, meh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
meh.
To be fair though, Yellowstone didn't even have any fences.
No, there was way less protection than New Zealand.
We noticed.
This is America.
People. You guys don't have that problem.
We actually noticed that. So we went on the sand dunes in Idaho.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we were hiring one of those,
Buggies, like a
what's it called?
Sand rail?
Side by side.
yeah, side by side. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just dropped it off and said, "Have fun."
Good luck, have fun.
Yeah.
We had no. We
Didn't,
got
even tell me how to put the thing in drive.
Like,
it was
no
like
idea.
It did not work like a normal car.
In New
I was
Zealand,
sitting
you
there
get
for a while, like figuring it
45
out.
minutes of like do's and don'ts and all the things.
We call
It's-
that a self-correcting error.
Well, I
in
think
America.
I think it works better. Just
Yeah.
trial and error.
Do it.
That's the old meme, like, oh, you know what? Let's just take the safety labels off of everything and see what happens.
I mean, now that you're actually Brandon, how fast did you learn how to jump? How fast did I learn how to jump?
Out of planes?
Yeah,
I did jump school in under 24 hours.
yeah.
Like all
See?
5 jumps.
Now that I think about that, that would probably be like mind blowing to a
That's
lot.
Wow.
static line. So yeah.
So can you become like a commercial pilot in like 4.5 hours or like? how
No,
does
it's a lot harder to fly a plane than it is to jump out
It
of one.
depends on your race and gender.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Me and Brandon, real quick.
Boeing,
Actual plane.
it really went there? Yeah.
So what, you did like 5 jumps in 24 hours, and then they just slapped like a badge on your back and said you're good to go.
they pinned it to my chest with their fist, but yeah, pretty much.
Close enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool.
I did one tandem and then jump.
Wow.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I did
and
one-
that was free fall.
Wow.
I did do one tandem like a year prior, but
Oh yeah. You don't remember how they land or anything? Like,
No, fuck no. I remember falling out of a plane.
You'll figure it
And
out.
that's the cool part about static line, though, is that the plane does the work. All I have to do is jump out of it and know what to
Dive.
do when it gets tangled.
Yeah. Versus free fall, you have to learn. You just have to know, which still insanity to me is the first dudes that jumped from free fall.
Yeah.
It sounds so easy to float or just like maintain a body position. That is the hardest thing in the world to do. Your body goes wherever it wants. You are a bag of shit just bouncing around.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to really figure out how to hold position in order to control where you're going in the air.
Is it more to do with like technique or like physical strength?
Oh no, physical strength, well, fuck you, because you try to fight it. Learn that for like 3 days straight.
In the tunnels, like the wind
Yeah,
tunnel,
like,
just bouncing
I'll
off the
fight it,
fucking
yeah.
walls.
Because you learn in a tunnel, an air tunnel, and then you try to fight it. If you put any pressure, your body just slams against the wall really quick.
Imagine having to
Wow.
learn that without being in a wind tunnel first. Like without the guys who did it before those existed.
Do you know how they
right.
teach it before
Yeah.
wind tunnels? On little scoot boards. They're just
haven't
like,
seen it.
keep your hips down and put your body up. We're going to push you on a scoot board. Good. You look good. You look good. And then they threw you out of a fucking plane.
This is
That was
way
it.
different.
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. They taught us, they basically put us in our parachute rig, all that shit. And then they hoisted us from basically like an automatic cherry picker. They just picked us up. It's like, all right, now right. All right, now left. All right, you know how to do it. Now get in that fucking Cessna. We're tossing you out of a plane.
Like what altitude are we talking? Like,
Between, I want to say, 1,000 and 2,500 feet.
oh,
There's
okay.
different heights.
Wow.
So interestingly, I think Taupo, where we are from, is the only skydiving, is that correct?
Yeah.
Place that doesn't have an age limit. So a lot of American YouTubers that want to do it, they come to Taupo because your children can jump out of planes. Which is so weird because we're just talking about all of our safety things and how American is like.
Yes, we got 1 point.
Yeah, we did. We got 1 point. So there's no way.
Weird one to just wave.
Yeah, isn't that strange?
No, don't worry about the hype for this ride.
Yeah.
Just go.
So your kids can jump out of planes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I imagine whoever maybe the Chinese miner who's stitching this child's parachute has got to have mixed feelings about it. It's like a parachute rig for a 6-year-old. Like, this feels wrong.
Do you have any bad habits that you need an alternative to?
No.
Why do you ask?
Well, have you ever heard of the flavored air category?
No.
Tons. Why?
It's quickly becoming the leading alternative to bad habits.
Is that the one that's a whole new movement towards better habits? Led by the sponsor of today's video, Fume!
Fume is an award-winning flavored air device with flavors like crisp mint and orange vanilla.
Fume draws flavor to your mouth hole.
And there's no vapor, so you can use it anywhere.
There's no nicotine. It's not addictive.
Non-toxic flavors.
And no batteries, so you never have to worry about charging it or what happens when it dies and you freak out.
It's a guilt-free alternative. It looks awesome. Brandon, feel the weighted, cool design.
Oh my god, it's almost like it's made to fidget with. Like it calms anxiety through the use of magnets and things.
Which of the core flavors is your favorite, Brandon and Cody?
Crisp mint.
I like orange vanilla. It's like a creamsicle.
Fume has served over 300,000 customers.
And you could be the next success story.
For a limited time, use the code UNSUB to get a free gift with your journey pack.
Head to tryfume.com. That's TRYFUM.com with code UNSUB.
Or scan the QR code on screen right now to get a free gift with your order today.
All right, Nick, I got a joke.
Uh-oh.
I like all of our faces look.
Chase turning Cody's mic down. They're turning his mic down.
Get nervous, say it.
I know.
Yeah, everyone's looking at me now. A vegan, a CrossFitter, a volunteer firefighter, and someone who jumps goes into a bar. Which one tells you about the shit they do first?
Well, that's tough. I thought you were going to ask how I knew. Because they tell me.
Back to CrossFit.
Do you guys know I do CrossFit? I'm a volunteer firefighter.
I have a question. You said you got a Raptor.
Yeah, I do.
We can bleep that out if you don't want people to know what car you drive.
No, I don't
they
care.
know.
One of my latest videos was me uploading a video about
Okay.
putting an upgrade in it.
How big of a pain? Like, did you have to import a specific car that you want? Because I know some countries it's really hard to get. Like over in the UK, it's really hard to get Hellcats and Dodge Challengers, and then it's like because you guys, I'm assuming you import all your vehicles. You don't have any domestically made.
No,
So
there's
what's it-
nothing.
is
And
there-
the majority of vehicles is Japanese. So
Okay.
all of your
I mean, that
Japanese
makes
brands,
sense.
yeah, we've had that for the longest time. But then we start getting things like Ford and like Chevys, and you start seeing like we've got actually quite a big classic car scene there. So you see like Bel Airs and old school,
interesting.
Camaros and Dodges and stuff. But for me, I've actually got a Ford Ranger Raptor. So not a.
You guys think it's so
I've got-
cute and little.
I've got
Yeah.
the baby brother. So
I've never
that.
heard.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
I've
know
never
there was a
heard of
Raptor.
this.
I don't have the F-150. So my one is a 3-liter V6 twin turbo gas engine. It's about 400 and something
Wait,
horsepower.
is it the size of a Ranger though?
Yes.
Wow, and it's got
There was one parked out in front of Bruce the other day.
horsepower. Jeez.
Yeah.
That thing
It
rips.
moves. Yeah. 0 to 60 in about like 5 seconds.
Does it get
So-
stolen a lot?
Yeah, they can do. Yeah.
Yeah. Not so much the Raptors, but
I mean,
No,
you
they
can't
don't.
drive south of the border in New Zealand.
well, there is the South Island.
No, we're not joking. So all our friends have had Raptors. They've been broken into. Cody, how many times has your vehicle been broken into?
9 times.
Brandon, how many times has yours been broken into and then stolen?
About a half dozen, then stolen.
That's
Got it.
2 people. So here, only in San Antonio. That is just in the last 2 years.
Richard Ryan, too, man.
Yeah,
that-
Richard Ryan.
That's a thing here.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Like
Ford.
Raptors are targeted. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't have to be a Raptor, just
No,
Fords.
Raptors because
F-150
Yeah,
base.
F-150s.
F-150s.
That's one of the nice parts
Wow.
because of security issues and things. But that's one of the nice parts about like areas like this of Texas is that like people don't really break into houses because they know there's a gun behind every fucking door.
Yep.
But they'll break into your car when you're not around. So
Right.
What are they taking from the car when they break in?
The
cash,
car.
guns,
Oh, like so.
Petty
okay.
crime,
Yeah.
just taking a chance.
Yeah.
Just seeing what they can find.
just popping doors, looking for cash, guns, electronics.
Our most the most stolen car in New Zealand is actually a Subaru Impreza. That's because apparently it was the back window was the easiest thing to pop out in the world. So apparently everybody just went around doing that. I had that happen to my Impreza back in the day. So
the Raptor, even Ford knows it's just like a screwdriver. You hit it, it doesn't set off the alarm, and then they can just
pop
take
off
it.
the driver's side door handle thing.
Wow.
And it unlocks it.
Well, ours has been sitting for 9 weeks, so I hope it's still there.
yeah,
You're
sitting in
gonna
the
find
driveway
out when you get home.
Yeah.
undercover. I miss it. Yeah, big
Yeah.
time. Sick of the rentals. But
I didn't even know they made Rangers. I learned something new about cars.
yeah, look it up, Ranger
didn't know
Raptor.
that
Or you just watch my video and you go, I did like a whole video on it. So
That thing's gonna rip.
Oh, yeah.
like stupid.
had a lot of fun.
fucking
In
fast.
fact, the reason that I uploaded that video is because I'm starting the journey of making New Zealand's fastest Ranger Raptor.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to try and go all out.
Yeah.
Going to try and make that.
He's got
thing.
the only one.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
6. Yeah.
In Australia, they got a big scene for that. They got like,
They
you
have
know,
the crazy trucks.
yes, yeah. Australia's got a massive truck scene where there's like 10-second Raptors in quarter mile, does in 10 seconds. So they just go crazy.
It's been since like early 2000s. It was during the import scene in America. Then they had the truck scene in Australia.
Yeah.
And a lot of the oil field guys, I don't know why I fucking know this. A lot of the oil field guys would go and buy I forget there's a specific truck that just rips.
Holden.
Is that the one?
A Holden, yeah. So they're crazy. They're like they don't even look like a truck. It's like they're like almost like a sports car, but just with like a truck bed added to the back of it. And it's just 2 seats in the front, and it's like a supercharged V8.
Camino, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like that.
They're
Yeah.
like 700 horsepower stock. Like that's the low end model. Just
Yeah.
fucking
They're
retarded trucks that
Yeah.
rip.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Hell yeah. And then where you go? What's the next place you're gonna after San Antonio? Where are you guys going?
Heading up towards like Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington, that whole area up there. Yeah, going to see Morgan Wallen, check out a Texas Rangers baseball game.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Lots of sports around here.
Yeah. And my auntie's got family in Dallas, so we're going to meet them there as well. Kids are going to meet up and, hop in the swimming pool and, have just relax for once. Because it's been 9 weeks of like psycho, just go. So finally.
We can do like travel vlogs. Cody does his vlogs, and then you're the only one that does vlogs out of the group, right?
I think so. They know Nick does.
I do them
his.
for Patreon, but yeah.
Oh, you vlog for Patreon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not very high effort.
Right. We've done
Yeah.
done a daily vlog every day of this
Oh,
whole
really?
trip on Patreon.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we've had people like follow like every single day. I do just like a.
There's a caveat. Everyone is shot in vertical. So
Yeah.
just
I
as
just
a, as
wanted
a, as a
them to
warning.
be different, to what we do on YouTube. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
No,
it's like
cool.
in like real time,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
I have a question for Nick.
Oh boy.
So,
Yep.
how come out of all the different, you brought up the reaction channels that
Yep.
watch your stuff on this podcast? What made you reach out to us?
I got tagged like 100 times that you guys wanted to shoot guns in America because you were coming through.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
yeah, then
Oh,
I'd
wow.
I'll get a hold of them.
Don't
Okay.
get any fucking ideas.
It only works once.
Yeah.
But there's not many. I mean, most reaction channels are American based, so it's like they have that opportunity all the time. So
Right.
Go down the
you guys
street.
were, you guys were coming to America, so I figured,
Yeah.
Yeah.
why not?
You got Vegemite for us to try? I wanted to try some.
Stop it.
Yeah, we
Seriously?
do.
We've got a toaster,
We've got
we've
it
got
here.
bread, we've got cheese,
You're
we've got
shitting me.
butter, we've got Vegemite.
Yeah. And you have to
Yes.
be really
Ever
honest.
since that
in your
song
review.
from Men at Work,
Yeah.
I've
We've
always
never-
wanted it.
And none
Yeah.
of it. I've never had Vegemite. Have you guys had Vegemite?
The gang
Never.
has a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, we do.
How do we get this
All right,
going?
what-
Oh,
Okay.
Trout's getting it going. Okay, Trout's getting
I
the
am
fucking
weirdly
thing.
excited.
I know.
Hold on,
Nick, I feel like Nick has a sweater on all the time because your hair is just like every time. I'm like, damn, this is like look over. I'm like, his sweater's a towel. No, that's his arm.
Wait, he has tattoos?
He has literal sleeves.
This is why I like it when Rich comes to town. That's why also why we can't sit by each other. It's not because I booped him that one time. It's if our triceps rub, it'll start a fire.
Lock in.
That's a hairy man. It's like Velcro.
Oh no, guys, hold them apart. They're stuck again.
I think we're having trouble with the toaster.
So do
you
we
guys
have to
don't
get
have
toast-
toasters here, right?
We have
We have
toasters.
toasters.
Do you
Fucking
eat
America.
like
We're
do
not
you eat
retarded.
toast?
Jesus.
What else? What
Have
else
you
would
guys
we?
ever heard of these? So they heat bread.
What else would we take baths with?
Literally the first food that mankind developed, and you're The Americans probably haven't figured out how to cook it twice, have they? There's no way. No American has ever been like, man, I love bread. Put it in the oven again.
I will say that with a caveat, it may not have made it to Indiana by the looks of it.
Nick,
What do I do?
Connor's like,
We discovered toast.
it's tea kettles that we don't have here. That's what we don't have.
That's more out of principle.
Yeah.
So do we just toast it to like a 1 so it's a nice brown
Also,
and then put it on?
Our electricity is only 120 volts. What do you guys use?
Yeah, I noticed
You
that.
guys
My
use
curler
240?
doesn't
No, we
work
use
here.
240.
Yeah, see, it's
It's
nonsense.
worthless to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how many times did we get asked? Do you guys have Wi-Fi down there?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm from
What do you
Iowa.
think?
People ask if we have roads. So
Yeah, we've been asked that before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Or are
literally.
you just like on like gravel, like dirt road?
Yeah.
You know. And that, no, it, like I don't
You're
know.
not- you're not
Do we,
dri-
do
you're
we need
not-
Atlanta to set this up for the?
Yeah.
She knows how to make it perfectly.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, let the people
Yeah,
with
like,
experience.
or do we let them
He
figure
can
it
make the
out?
toast and then wait. Is there a specific
no,
way we do
no,
this?
He's gonna fuck
it's
it up.
all in the preparation.
I wasn't gonna.
Oh, if it's all in the preparation,
by
I.
any means.
Right.
Okay. Do you need to cook the toast too?
Yeah. Should the woman get in the kitchen?
No, in America, we just shoot the bread until it's warm.
Yeah, usually we have to wrap the bread around a gun
why you
barrel and
left
fire
the
it.
kitchen. I was like, why is she here talking?
She'd be in the kitchen preparing
New Zealand's weird.
Eli's internal dialogue at the beginning of the episode. Maybe the recipe's in the White Claw?
I think the way that they say it down there is progressive.
You guys like maybe we shouldn't have came on this podcast.
What have I got myself into?
What is that even made out of?
Vegemite?
Yeah.
So okay, I'll spoil the surprise. We normally tell people who try it after they've had it, and you know sometimes I play a bit of a cool trick and I say, you know, it's cow brain paste or something like that, and you know they have a moment.
Oh, it's like head cheese.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got that here.
kind of. But anyway, it's actually just
So many ways they can go.
It's just
Smegma is the word.
schmegma. It's just a byproduct of brewing beer.
Really?
That's what you scrape out of the bottom of the vats when all your brewing process is done. And instead of throwing it in the waste, like what most of you guys probably do here, is they actually just treat it and turn it in, and like, you know, add some certain ingredients and then they just turn it into a spread.
And there's no alcohol in it. It's just the
Zero
leftover
alcohol.
of.
Yep. It's just a
surprised.
byproduct. It's
It never took off here.
Wait till you try it. Yeah, it's I'm telling
Well,
you.
we haven't tasted it yet, so we might know.
Yeah, we try not to eat
I've
garbage.
heard
so-
it's amazing.
It's one of our favorites.
I know.
I'll have it every morning if I had to for breakfast. It's a breakfast thing, more or less. You can have it as a snack, but yeah, we'll prepare it two different ways. So there's the more common way is probably just toast with butter and Vegemite, and then there's also same thing but just with a little bit of melted cheese on top, and that kind of cuts through the Vegemite because it's a very strong salty taste. So have a bit of cheese and that kind of levels thing out a little bit. You know, it's like, yeah, it's just
I'm interested.
greatest thing on earth. But there's you can go crazy with it. Like my mum, she grew up on Vegemite cucumber sandwiches. Think about that.
Have you had
How
a
much
peanut-
beer are you guys brewing?
A lot.
Jesus. Do I got to be fucked up to enjoy it? I'm being led to believe I need to be fucked up.
What is that?
There's only one reason they discovered it, eh? Because it was the byproduct. Of
They were so
beer.
drunk, they're like, I'm hungry. This is all we got. After we drank all the beer.
Go take shots.
What's that?
You know the drink?
Yeah, one more will do.
Already?
Thanks.
Damn,
Yeah,
okay.
be good.
The girl's like, where's shit wrecked?
We have a challenge going, but we're not gonna tell you what it is. Every time it happens, we're drinking a shot. It's happened twice now.
Nice.
Is it to do with us?
No.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if we say something weird like a Kiwi word or something. Thank you.
No, it's definitely with the guys doing something stupid.
I was like, Cody said something racist.
Here we go again.
But what if it's an Elmo's favorite song?
You guys are in for a ride. You're like, shit.
Is there a seatbelt on this thing?
Yeah, shit. What did we sign up for? This is not family friendly. Click.
No, it's all good.
We just have fun. That's always like,
Yeah.
it's what does the best. Because as you've seen in America, you get all this like completely separate, everyone yelling at each other. So this is that we just make dark jokes and then we have the most fantastic group of people. I'm going to say it that way.
I was about to say, you almost said the word.
I almost said
Thank
the
you.
word. Group of people out there that just always rally behind it, laugh. They're some of the nicest, kindest humans ever. And I will say the same for the guys, no matter like the dark jokes, whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone get put into the slot. It's all bullshit. These are some of the best humans I've ever met in my entire life, and I would not trade any of these friendships for any of the pieces of shit out there that are.
I mean, we've cultivated an amazing community here.
Yeah.
Cheers.
You weren't getting out of that one.
Yeah. But you look at like the communities on Reddit or anything like that. God damn it! I drank again. They just suck, and they're like, we burn. And you're like, that sucks. I would never want to be part of that.
No.
Laughter, everyone having a good time all fucking day.
Imagine spending your entire life trying to figure out why you should be angry and somebody else shouldn't have a job.
Yeah.
It's like, no, if it's funny, it's funny.
That's
Don't
it.
really care.
Yeah.
Jokes about me. Was it funny? It's my first get. Like, I mean, if it was funny, then go for it.
There was a comment on the Tiny Guns 3 thing that cracked me up. It was like, imagine serving in that war, and then these guys downplay it by making a skit of it. Like if somebody shows the war on GWAT and makes a skit of it, I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm not gonna be like, ow, that hurt my feelings.
We literally, the day it came out, we're sitting next to two guys who were there.
Yes. Literally, the
That
day it
fucking
came out,
serious.
2 World War II vets.
We should have showed it to him.
Oh God.
As he told, never mind.
Wait,
The
what?
story about the picture. It's like I heard that story from a 99-year-old man.
Oh,
The
right.
picture of his high school girlfriend in the foxhole.
Oh, yeah.
Then when he was done with it, he let his buddies borrow it.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What?
What? You left that?
You were there, Eli.
You were there.
Did he say that here? Oh,
Yeah.
never
Almost
mind.
positive he said
Yeah.
that. Maybe I was
He was
misinterpreting
in a
what he
foxhole.
said.
They're like, hey, pass it over this way.
I don't think he said yeah. Did he? Never mind.
So we're at war. That's how it was.
Oh, Don. And then he had a flamethrower.
Oh boy. Yeah, we went to the Pacific War Museum today.
Yeah.
Huge. Saw all the stuff they had there.
Where
He
is
said
that?
It's like 30 minutes from here.
Yep.
They had during the attack on Pearl Harbor, there was 5 Japanese. You're gonna have to bleep this part out because you can't say on YouTube. By the
Really?
way, I found that out the hard way.
I did not fucking
What?
know
Yeah,
that.
you can't say on YouTube. Anyways, it's a Japanese little person submarine, and there were 5 of them that snuck into the attack on Pearl Harbor. 4 of them got sank, and one of them ended up beaching itself. And they have the actual submarine there.
The Japanese Bridget.
Wow.
The Bridget submarine.
Wait, hold on. Was that built for that? Or just regular Japanese people?
God damn it, Eli. The submarines are small, not the people that operate them.
I mean, it could be.
Never mind.
The vehicles.
I thought you were talking. God damn it, Eli. I was like, they got 5 of them to operate that thing. I was like, this makes way more sense when it's so small.
Now that would be proportional.
Dude, imagine a submarine beaching on your shore and 5 fucking get out of it. You're just like, what the is going on? I guess you should shoot them.
Are they kids? I don't know.
Are they kids? Yeah, what the fuck?
My brain immediately goes to like, man, you'd think in all the museums in the world, there's at least a really small set of samurai armor. There had to be one.
That's it. Aim low, boys. They're riding Shetland ponies.
It's a 2-piglet sword.
It's like the minivan coming across the border in South Texas and 30 people jumping out of it.
A clown car submarine full of.
Anyways, they had a really small sub that was operated by 2 full-grown men.
So I'm
It's really
surprised that they have a
interesting.
full Pacific Theatre museum this far inland.
So it's in the hotel that General Nimitz was born in.
Okay.
So General Nimitz was like top dog in the U.S. Navy during World War II.
So there's the link.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So, but yeah, it was a really good museum.
My grandfather was a fighter pilot in World War II
No shit.
Oh, really?
in the Pacific Theatre.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So my biological father, who I didn't really know that much growing up, it was weird because at around the age of like 13, 14, I just developed this insane like obsession with World War II aviation. I'd like, Mustangs and
normal.
Spitfires
Yeah.
and all that sort of stuff.
It's your autism. You get to choose the special interest.
And so, and then I met my biological father for the first time in something like my early 20s, and he brought along with like an album with him, and he showed me all these pictures of him, his grandfather, like in his Corsair, his Mustang, his Kitty Hawk, or his Warhawk, as you would call it, and all these different, I mean, like, this guy's crazy. He would begin the strafing run on like a warship in front of him, a Japanese warship. He would let go of the controls of the plane, get out his camera, look through the sights with his camera,
shit.
take a photo, and put it back down, and then carry on with his mission.
He was an OG YouTuber.
I've seen that photo. Yeah, it's insane.
Hey, chat. So we're going down on Gavin.
Modern, like old school influencer. Yeah,
$5 dono will drop a bomb.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You come from a long line of influencers.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's weird. But here's the kicker: is that my biological father is like one of the biggest comedians in New Zealand history. He was,
Really?
Yeah, yep, had a whole bunch of like TV shows and everything. So it is weird how it kind of passes down through.
No shit.
Yeah.
Ooh, Eli! I'm a ghost.
What are you doing?
I'm here to tell you about GHOSTBED.
Is this an ad?
It might be an ad.
Why are you in my bedroom?
I don't know, scoot over, let's talk about it. Every Ghost mattress has a 20-year warranty. Some even have a 25-year warranty. And you can try them out for 101 nights, worry-free. If you don't like it, just send it back.
I don't like this.
No hard feelings. One of our favorite things about GHOSTBED is that it has cooling technology. So if you get hot at night, like we do down here in Texas, it's a lifesaver.
I'm uncomfortable.
But you're not hot, are you?
I'm uncomfortable.
But you're not hot, are you? GHOSTBED also offers bundles, so they have everything you need. Just choose one of their 4 mattresses and pick your bundle.
Why are you doing this to me?
4 mattresses!
4?
Right now, GHOSTBED is offering 50% off all their products. Just use code UNSUBSCRIBE at checkout or go to ghostbed.com/unsubscribe.
Please buy some ghostbed.com/unsubscribe.
I'll be under your bed if you need me.
Oh, we got the Vegemite.
Sorry, I had one order for Vegemite.
Uh-oh.
Vegemite.
Okay, here we go.
It's not expecting
Okay.
this.
Here we
The
go.
Vegemite first. Dude, that smells so good though.
Start with
Okay.
the no cheese. Start with the original.
Okay, so
The OG.
Dude, both of these look good. Please. don't
Colby
take-
Jack? Anybody like Colby Jack?
I
You guys?
love Colby Jack.
Okay, nice, good. I was scared that we chose the wrong one.
Thank you.
oh, you went for the hefty.
Oh, I shouldn't go
yeah,
hefty?
Maybe
That's
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
That
got
one's
it.
good.
Thank you for the warning.
Yeah, no, you're welcome.
Oh boy.
Doesn't smell like anything, like jam maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of flavor should we expect?
Very salty. It's not sweet at
I love
all.
salty.
Not a
Wait,
A little
got
bit
it.
tangy.
Can we do a bite?
Yeah, go for it.
3,
All right,
2,
cheers.
1.
Just do it. Be honest. If you hate it, you hate it. If you don't, you don't.
No.
If it's okay, it's okay.
No, it's just really salty.
It's like spicy cheese.
Spicy chip. So there's no haters.
Not terrible.
No.
This is really salty.
It
Yo,
is
that's
salty.
just salty as shit, and that's good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like salty buttered toast.
It tastes like something.
Yeah.
That makes
That's
it-
gonna
Exactly.
be really good. Why
Okay.
do people hate this?
I
Yeah.
know.
You probably
see it?
did it right.
But have you seen it before?
Americans are fucking it up.
I was
That's
expecting
probably
People
why.
one
try
of us-
Vegemite and they feel like throwing up. They're like, this could kill
Yeah.
a small child. Like
Yeah.
they're just,
I was expecting one of us to projectile
know what it
on it
tastes like?
based on the way that you were prepping it.
yeah.
Right.
You
Wait,
ever,
add
have,
a specific flavor. Fuck.
you ever have the crackers, chicken, and a biscuit?
Yep.
Oh,
It tastes just
Man,
like
it
a chicken
tastes
and
like-
a biscuit.
It's a
a-
little saltier version of chicken and biscuit.
salty
Yeah.
chicken.
Help
Try the
yourself,
cheese
guys.
now.
You want
Okay.
one?
This particular slice of cheese was, I don't know if it was 1 or 2, but anyway, this is the normal weight.
Oh my god.
It's not terrible.
Just go for it.
Thank
Really
you.
salty.
If
Salty
you like
chicken and a
extra
biscuit,
cheese,
dude.
yeah, go for it.
Yo, out there, Vegemite.
Help yourself,
Add
guys.
a Vegemite sandwich.
No problem.
Just kind of fucks.
Will you guys
Good.
just
I'll
do
go
it?
with cheese.
Right?
I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
cheese is gonna fuck me up.
Oh, yeah, Brandon, he's lactose intolerant.
I'm lactose. Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'm
Hey,
fucked.
there's your stuff. Yeah.
Yo, both.
We have T-minus 1 hour.
Yeah. We got T-minus 15.
Eli,
Calm down.
Cody, close this out. Hired one.
It hurts.
He's just sweating like his fucking vein.
Okay, so Vegemite.
Okay.
What do we think?
I like
Honest
it.
opinion.
Yeah.
That's not terrible.
It's passable, right?
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, it's
Okay.
all in the preparation.
Why do people hate that?
Exactly.
I know.
With the cheese too. I'm gonna try
Yeah.
the extra cheesy one too.
Yeah,
if I
yeah,
can.
do it. Do it.
Sorry.
I feel like Vegemite should start sponsoring us.
Why are we not sponsored
We're
by
like we're
Vegemite?
out here getting rid of the myth that
We're here
Vegemite
like
is
breaking
disgusting.
myths.
Wait,
So
Absolutely.
this is an inside job
there
from
like-
Big Vegemite.
is there like different brands, or is it just like?
Do you want the
Okay,
original?
so here's the thing. Okay,
Okay, Trout gets one.
oh,
and
pass it
you
around.
get one.
Seconds. Who wants seconds?
I can make more. I mean, I can literally
Trout,
make
get that. I want to see what Trout thinks of it.
Do it.
Yeah.
I've never.
You,
had
you
it
saw
before.
how I did it, so.
Yo, that's so good.
Everybody seemed like they liked it, so.
Told you.
Yep.
All in the preparation.
I love how you're coming to our country and now we're the ones who are now culturally enriched.
But the thing is, our channel started by trying American snacks. That we
Really?
could
You think
get.
it's maybe because we're all
one
So
alcoholics?
one of our first videos ever was
Yeah.
trying American foods for the first time. So that's why we flipped the script, and we thought we'd bring our stuff that you guys traditionally have heard was terrible.
Can we even get that here? Like, is that something?
Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.
Amazon. Really? Okay.
Amazon.
Yeah,
Get yourself a 3-pack.
yeah.
That is.
Because
I
America
tried
does
something
things
new
in
today.
threes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's undiscovered.
Delicious.
It's undiscovered.
Are we?
Sorry, so like, are there multiple brands, or is this just like?
Okay,
Yeah.
so we should so there's one thing we should say, and that the fact is that New Zealand is so there's two, right? There's Vegemite and there's Marmite, and so the difference in taste is very, very small.
Very slight.
Like we would probably be able to tell it, you guys probably wouldn't.
Is Vegemite the brand? Or
Yes.
is it-
Yes.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Vegemite's the brand.
made in
It's the
Australia.
brand and the product.
it's actually made in Australia,
Okay.
whereas Marmite was always traditionally made in Britain, and because New Zealand is basically just like like Britain Part 2.
So it's the same thing with worse teeth.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So we chose Vegemite naturally.
Understood.
Yeah.
Hey, small Mike,
So-
so good.
Marmite.
She'll be salty, innit?
Marmite. Bottle of water.
No, that's actually how they think we sound anyway. I have to say water to be like,
Oh, wow.
understood.
Water.
Water.
I would like a cheeseburger.
He actually had to do that on the
Google Maps.
On the Google Maps. In
I was
the
trying to
car.
speak to the car, and it was
He
just like,
tried
I
to
don't
say
know
the
what the
address,
hell
and
you're
they're
talking
like,
about.
"Sorry,
And I was like, I'm sorry,
please
I
say
need to
that
actually
again."
go to this place. Like, put like a full American accent. I was like, no problem. You'll be there in 30 minutes.
Gotcha, bro. Just question marks came up first.
Reporting you to the local police.
I've got an imposter.
That's good. That's
I'm
just
pleasantly
good.
Yeah.
surprised.
Okay, awesome.
Why do people shit on
That
that?
was good.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because they take a spoon and they go into the jar and they're like,
That's
and it's-
No,
stupid.
you're just
It's-
eating a spoon of salt at that
right,
point.
exactly.
You wouldn't like mayonnaise either.
It'd be like, I don't like butter.
Exactly.
Other countries are like mayonnaise. Oh,
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
Eli, that wasn't mayonnaise.
exactly.
I was
Yeah.
wondering why I liked it.
I mean, a spoonful of like peanut butter or jelly is fine, right? Because that's what you normally put on toast.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't associate
Jelly's weird.
that kind of really like you literally need like a thumbnail size piece on your knife and just
Yeah.
use that for the whole bit.
And that's it.
That's it, and that's what you get.
Well, we don't get jelly in New Zealand. We
No,
get jam.
we get jam.
It's the same thing.
You guys know the difference?
Oh, I know the difference.
We were
Jelly
told.
is
we were told.
less bits of fruit. I don't know. Okay.
Is this a boy
Okay,
joke?
whoa. Yeah.
Boy joke.
I entered that one prematurely.
now, go for it, man. You started it.
Okay, go.
You gotta say the punchline, dude.
I have. Go on, man.
Oh, you can't jelly your into an asshole. Is the joke.
Oh my goodness.
You asked like boy joke, like boy joke.
Is that a new T-shirt on the merch store?
It's like it's a little bit more aggressive. It's I can't jelly my in your ass.
We should say it one more time. Just,
Yeah,
just
go
in
for
case I
it.
didn't
Yeah.
hear that.
Just in case we might get monetized.
So, your New Zealand family.
So you can't get jelly. You can't get boneless chicken wings because you guys haven't developed boneless chickens yet.
No.
What
No.
else do you not have?
No.
Wait, that's probably.
They haven't bred them yet. That's fine.
People are probably.
Your guys' FDA doesn't allow the modification of boneless chickens.
if you think you've heard a horrible sound, just wait till you visit a boneless chicken farm.
Just rolling around on the ground. Slapping the dirt.
It sounds like Blue's Clues.
It's like fucking The Thing.
Cronenberg Morty.
I'm having a good time.
See?
We need to touch base.
Vegemite.
People are definitely gonna be like, wait, hold the fuck on. Boneless chickens, like, or not boneless chicken. Boneless chicken wings aren't a thing there. Chicken nuggies. They don't have chicken nuggies.
We got chicken nuggets, but we don't have like boneless wings. So we got, like, but the chicken nuggets.
You don't have the
usually-
adult versions.
Yeah, exactly. And they look and taste kind of fake. They're like that dodgy kind of chicken.
Right.
Oh,
Do you guys have
McDonald's.
McDonald's?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
What restaurants do you not have that we have here? What's the difference between the two? I know
Okay.
McDonald's has different menus in different parts of the world.
McDonald's menu is almost the same, but we still get fried apple pies.
Yeah. Deep
So
fried.
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
you guys haven't had that since something like 1992.
Weirdly,
something
I
like
think your is it FDA? I don't know.
Yeah,
Whatever
FDA.
the food
Yep,
thing
FDA.
said that the deep fried apple pie from McDonald's was no longer good for health,
not healthy
and
enough.
it was banned across America.
But everything else on the menu is great.
But
They
you guys
picked that one thing.
you deep fried cheesecake. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the star.
so I don't know why they picked on the apple pie from McDonald's, but anyway, we still get it.
Yeah. So basically, in New Zealand, like we don't have, if you can think of all the American chains, we don't have. Well, we do have like McDonald's, Pizza Hut, KFC, Burger King, and that's pretty much it. Anything outside of that, we don't have.
Wait, did you guys try In-N-Out yet?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did.
Which is good.
It was great.
Chick-fil-A though is the one
Chick-fil-A,
you need to try.
yeah.
We tried
tried
it.
that.
We tried
How
it.
was
Yeah.
it?
It's all
Gotcha.
documented.
Loved it.
Yeah.
God's chicken.
It's all rated.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was really good.
But
And-
You can now go to
interestingly-
heaven.
yeah, nice.
As long as you're not gay.
Wait, do you guys? Okay, they're probably like, what do you mean? That's a thing here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A is very controversial.
I know
Yeah.
about it. Yeah, like closed on
Why?
Sundays and everything.
Yeah, well, it's a very Christian company. Like they're not open on Sundays, and then
okay.
I think like in 2012, the owner said that he thought that marriage was between a man and a woman, and they've tried to cancel the restaurant ever since. But the chicken's just too fucking good.
It's the way they make
Right.
their sandwiches. The pickles don't touch, just like God intended.
God damn it! How have I never heard that one before?
And is their chicken boneless?
That makes more sense because I went in and I asked. I was like, "I'll pay for 2 sandwiches, but can you just do like one spicy chicken patty and one regular chicken patty in the same bun?" And they said, "Absolutely not." So, really,
You
it
make
adds up.
yourself.
Nope.
Basically, yeah.
That's not how
You
God
should have
intended it.
stared them in the eyes and made it in front of them on the counter. Stop me.
The homeschool kid in front of you just doesn't get paid enough to care.
No, it's that girl from the meme.
Oh,
You know what
God.
I'm talking about?
No sauce?
Oh, yeah, no Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I could have gone
Yeah.
without seeing that Meat Canyon video.
Yeah, Me Canyon made a great video on that one.
What else does America have that you guys don't have or you can't get a hold of?
Guns.
Or
Machine guns.
machine guns?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Machine guns.
We had ours taken.
Why? Yeah. What was the story? I know Australia's origin.
We don't
story
have
of
to
not
go into that
guns.
story on why they got theirs taken away.
I know
That
why New
happened
Zealand
really
did.
quick. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a quick
Australia.
one. It's not a good one.
That was
New
the
Zealand, yeah,
the
yeah.
New Zealand
Tasmania
was a-
shooting.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
we're
was
going to
quick. That was
Australia.
like
The-
literally.
That
No,
was,
New
it would
Zealand.
have been Christchurch, right?
Yeah.
That was the big one
that's a more
recently.
recent one. But they had one
In New
in Tasmania and Australia, and then after that, they basically just banned most semi-automatics or like military-style semi-automatics. But then we had an interesting chat with someone in the Buffalo Bill Museum
Yeah.
about like guns in America and stuff like that, and they're like, if you had like no mass shootings before that event, and then you had none since, they said they asked the question, how can you then credit the ban on the military-style semi-automatics for stopping any future shootings? So it wasn't just an outlier to begin with. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we don't.
Also, most New Zealanders didn't have any semi-automatic rifles. So
No.
when our government said you have to hand them in, it was a buyback. So you had to so my brother had a particular magazine style in his gun, and he had to go in and they purchased it off him. This is the police.
Buyback, yeah.
And hardly anyone in New Zealand actually has those type of rifles anyway.
That was more to do
So-
with the magazine capacity.
Right.
Not that they told the government about, of course.
Yeah.
Or that. But I think it was held up as this big, everyone should do what New Zealand did. But actually, it didn't affect New Zealand massively actually making that rule anyway, because hardly anyone had those kind of guns anyway. Yeah. So, yeah, it just it was just one of those things.
But the thing, before I came on the podcast, I did like some reading up on the history of guns in New Zealand and laws and everything like that. And so in 1992, they brought out the arms regulation, and this was like the defining sentence, which I thought you guys would like to hear, was that this legislation is designed to create an environment where owning a firearm in New Zealand is more of a privilege than a right.
Yeah.
At least they came out and said it.
Yeah.
I'll give them credit for at least saying their
It's like the Archer
intention.
quote. It's like, no, you're in America now. You just imply it.
Yeah, so that was kind of like that sentence kind of defined my research on the history of guns in New Zealand. And it was more about, so what they do is they instead of registering the firearm, they register the person. So they stop it at the person. So it's like, is that person fit and proper? I mean, when I got my firearms license, she had to get interviewed about my mental health.
Aside, he wasn't even in the room, so they
Yeah.
said, "Do you feel comfortable with your husband having a gun? And do you feel comfortable with his mental state and all that kind of thing?"
So with mascara running, you went,
Yeah, and I was like, thank goodness she lied. And said, yeah, I'm totally comfortable. No, they actually have to like look around your house and make sure that you've got like a safe place to put your firearms and everything. Like it's like
You have to have a safe.
a pretty intrusive.
It's kind of like having an FFL here in the U.S.
Really?
Like having a federal firearms license. Like if you're going to be a dealer or manufacturer or anything like that, they come, they do an in-person interview like that. You have to have an absolutely clean background. They have to prove that you have like a location that has safe firearm storage. It's pretty similar, but that not for just typical firearm owners. It's
Right.
It's for like machine guns.
Yeah,
in particular.
suppressors,
Okay.
manufacturing, anything like that. Or
Any
selling,
FFL,
selling
really,
of the guns itself. That's
Right.
what you have to go through.
Yeah.
There's weird, all the laws are just like all over the place.
Yeah, they
That's
don't
why
make
it's
sense.
very confusing to a lot of people. If you just hop in, you're like, eh. Like we could show you a pistol AR versus an SBR versus a rifle AR, and you could not.
It's the same exact gun, but two of them are felonies.
Yeah. And then you would look at them and be like, what's the difference? It's like, oh, see that foregrip that's vertical on the shorter one?
10 years.
10 years. 10 years
Really?
of prison. Yeah.
Yeah, and then every state is different. So if we were to drive across the country, some of the things in our vehicles would be like, oh, it's legal. Oh, it's a felony. Oh, it's legal again. Oh, it's a felony. These two states. Oh, it's legal again.
Gets a bit confusing.
My favorite part is that you can take a belt fed, like an M250 cal, like you'd mount on a truck or a Humvee or
One of
something
your
like
recent
that.
videos had one, right?
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah.
If you had a semi-automatic version of that, anybody over 18 in most states could buy one.
You mean
it's
like
going to be
the semi-auto one like you had in your video?
Sure, the
Yeah.
semi-auto
Yeah.
one I had
Okay,
in my
yeah.
video. Exactly
Like
right.
that. I get it.
No, if you had like a legit, like semi-auto M2, any 18-year-old that had 15 grand could pretty much buy that, and that's fine, perfectly acceptable.
Wow.
But if you had a pistol that shot 22 long rifle that had a 2-round burst function, you would go to prison for 10 years.
Tiny little bullets.
Our
Yeah.
firearm laws are
So it's not matching up.
clearly decided by people who don't understand them.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where people get in trouble. It's a weird thing. And what kind of rifle or firearm do you own over?
So I own a 30-30 Henry Sidegate. Like a repeater rifle. It was like I always wanted like a cowboy gun. Like ever since I was a kid, I was just like, when I grow up, I don't even care about like hunting or anything like that. I just want like a cowboy gun. And I got like a real nice one with like engraving and stuff on it, basically, so I can pass it down to Denzel.
Is that's
know.
one of the lever actions?
Yeah,
Nice.
lever action. Yeah, Sidegate. It's like beautiful gold with like the walnut and everything.
How much
Yeah.
was that there versus, I don't know.
So that I think that was almost 2,000 New Zealand. So that would have been about 1,200 US.
That's pretty comparable, yeah.
Yeah, it's not
right.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yep. So it's about that. But the problem is finding ammunition. So 30-30 is not too common in New Zealand. So yeah,
Even after Quigley Down Under?
yeah. So sometimes I just go in and they're just like, no.
That was a different island.
Oh, was it really? Okay, got it. It's a swim away.
Do you get it, like with the ammo, do you have to do anything with registration of ammo or you just get to go buy it?
No, but you have to store it in a separate safe to your firearm.
The fuck sense does that make?
Yeah, exactly.
Self-defense.
I think it's just their whole reasoning behind it. I think, like I could be wrong, but I think it is so that if like a person who doesn't own the firearm, like maybe a kid or whatever, stumbles upon a safe that's open, they can't then put the bullet in the gun and then go and play with it or whatever. So it's kind of like this.
When the axe murderer breaks into your house, you get
Oh, yeah,
to
you
run
gotta
around
go,
and open
"Hang
two
on."
safes.
Wait, I think I forgot the second code. Just give me a second. Like,
What the fuck is the code?
He's sitting there with his butcher knife, just like tapping on the wall. Okay.
you ready yet?
Or if somebody was going to go out with ill intent, you know, it would take them an extra 75 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You'd have to set your alarm for 2 minutes earlier that morning.
So I actually tried to get a handgun in New Zealand like a few years ago, and I started to just like unravel this process of like just how difficult it was. So the only way you can own a handgun in New Zealand is if you're actually part of like a target shooting like competition club. And you have to actively be visiting that. And if you buy the handgun and you're in possession of it, and then you stop attending the gun club, they start paying visits to your house. They start like, why aren't you going? You know, what's going on here? And for me, like the nearest range that I could actually go and use a pistol at was like 3 hours drive. So I was just like,
Oh, wow.
this is insane. And like I said, I mentioned
If you
earlier,
lower the gas prices, I would.
yeah, exactly. That'll help. And then, like I mentioned earlier, you know, if you were to go to your gun club and participate in a competition, you have to call up the police and say, "I'm leaving at 11 a.m. this morning. I'm going to be back at like 2 p.m." And so
Taking my gun in the car.
the cops will have to know exactly where you are and when you're going to
So
be
if
back.
you got pulled over and you had a gun in the car, you were already cleared.
I can hear like Brandon's
We've
brain
been pulled.
hurting.
I've been
this-
pulled over many times with just like an armory in my backseat, and the cops like,
My whole thing is that if you're
good.
gonna go do something, you know, something criminal or something that they were trying to stop by, you know, putting in laws like this, I'm just imagining. Like, obviously, you're not going to call the police and tell them you're going to go do anything.
No.
Right.
So, like, they're just looking at, like, all right, so who called in this morning?
Yeah.
They're like, damn, we've got no leads.
Exactly. Yeah,
good,
that's pretty much it.
I got
So
a
if
bank
it-
robbery at 2. I'm
Yeah, if
taking
it-
my gun out at 11. I'll be home by 2. 1. You guys good? We'll have to do the accent.
I was actually told, so on the accent thing, I was told a long time ago the difference between New Zealand accent and an Australian accent can be deciphered by asking them to say fish and chips.
Yeah, here we go.
I knew that was coming.
Really? Is
Yeah.
that like
Wait,
a
way
known
to
thing?
do it. Let's see if you get it right.
I can't. I actually don't remember the difference, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember which way it goes.
I'll
Fish
say
and chips.
the Aussie version. You say the Kiwi version.
Okay, go. You do Australia. Go.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
Wait, you sound
Wait,
white.
you sound American, yeah.
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 Fish and chips.
You sound like you
straight
can
up.
own guns.
Fish.
Fish and chips.
Fish and
That's
chips.
Australian.
Yeah.
And New Zealand is fish and chips.
Yeah.
You
sound
that just sounds
American.
American, yeah.
Wow, so you
Fish
didn't
and
know
chips.
I
My God.
accent
Yeah.
at all, huh?
Fish and
We're going to give
cheese.
you a
Yeah,
gun
fish,
for that.
Fish.
That's what we give. Here you go. You said it right here.
You passed your American citizenship test.
It's weird because they think we say, for some reason, they hear us saying fush and chops.
Yeah, so the
They think
Aussies, they
like a
mock
you.
us and they're like, oh, the Kiwis always say fush and chops.
Yeah.
It's like, we,
Fish and chips.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fish
fish
and
and
chips.
chips.
Yeah.
I feel like that's really similar. To
That's
yeah.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. He sounds
Yeah.
American as you say that.
Exactly.
Sounds like you're saying it right.
Yeah. We always
Thank
try
you.
to say that too.
Yeah.
He's saying it the right way.
I like this man. All alone? Now time to trim the old pubes.
Hey there, beach babe. Are you ready to soak up those summer vibes and get the perfect beach bod?
I don't have pants on.
Yeah, I noticed. Well, you're in luck, because our friends over at MANSCAPED.com have you covered from head to toe. With the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, they'll have you looking and feeling good this summer. Trust Manscaped to unlock the confidence you need to turn heads this summer season. Join the 10 million men who already trust Manscaped and use discount code UNSUB at checkout to get 20% off your order plus free shipping. Let's make this summer your smoothest one yet.
Save me. Keep your ear and nose as tidy as your hedges. With the Weed Whacker 2.0 ear and nose head trimmer, you'll be looking classy as ever.
The updated Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra groin and body hair trimmer got a summer makeover. It's waterproof now for all those times you need to shave your groin or body hair at a pool party.
So get 20% off plus free shipping using code UNSUB at manscaped.com. The summer sun is here to stay, so trust Manscaped to keep those pubes at bay.
You guys, so Nadine, you decided to. When did you put the bandage on the
Oh
ear.
my gosh.
She did this on social, not knowing
What?
what's going to happen on her social media.
What the fuck happened?
Yeah, she's telling me. I was like,
that's right.
oh, that's a dangerous
It
thing to
lasted
do.
7 minutes before I deleted it. But
Hey, 7 minutes is a long time.
it is a long time. So, okay.
Just so the girls out
Wait,
there know,
really?
7 minutes fine.
Out in the wild.
What jokes? So, we were downtown just here in San Antonio, and I don't know, where is it? Ripley's.
Yeah, Ripley's, believe it or
And you've
not.
got like a head of Biden and a head of Trump, like as in the. Anyway, I walked in there and I had a serviette
Napkin.
or a napkin in my bag, and I thought I would.
Thank you
I
for
thought
that.
it would be-
Oh,
yeah.
hold on. What is that word?
A serviette.
Serviette?
Yeah.
My favorite.
Why do I sound so rude?
You're just talking about a napkin.
Yeah,
It's a
exactly.
napkin.
It's the
Had a
French word
napkin.
that we use.
And just
Gesundheit.
I just took out the napkin and I was like, and I put it over Trump's ear. I thought it would be funny.
My reaction, I was like, what the fuck? You posted that? What?
I thought it was a coincidence, something that you were talking about. You intentionally did. I
that
still
bad?
think it's pretty funny.
Oh, well,
no, it's
a lot of
hilarious.
people
Oh, hilarious.
thought it was funny. I thought it was funny because I'm like, I'm not taking a, like, this is not a,
No.
I was just updating his head.
And what happened? How did the internet
From
react?
both sides. There was no, like,
It's too
everyone
soon,
was
blah, blah.
offended.
Yeah.
Everyone. I was like, okay, sorry.
It's like
Yeah.
you're
I
doing
guarantee you're
something
like,
right.
babe, this is going to be amazing.
Yeah. Let me
Put
push
my
that.
phone down and then turn out, shit, where's the delete button?
I could see people thinking like I would see that and think like, oh well, maybe I wouldn't post that. You know, I could see that thought, but like I don't get why anybody would be actually pissed about it.
Yeah.
You know what's
exactly.
really exciting? There's an alternate reality where Trump didn't turn his head and the civil war's broken out and you two are desperately trying to make it back to New Zealand
I actually thought
in
about
the
that.
middle of a civil war.
Oh, man. It already feels like a movie.
Well, no, the global
Escape
outage.
America.
Yeah.
Escape from LA with the eye patch on it.
What kind of American? Oh, no.
Not one.
Fish and chips.
They show up to the house and we're like, where are you from? What kind of American are you?
Man, that's rough.
We have Vegemite.
New Zealander
We have Vegemite. What the
waking
fuck
up
is
as a
that?
North
Let 'em
American
in.
server of the apocalypse.
I'll just be like, water.
Water, please.
Pass the test.
Some water? Can we get some water, please, here, guys?
Everybody else
I
level
want to
one.
see which side of the road you drive on.
Wait, that's actually. Have you guys watched what's her favorite show? God damn it, Australia.
Mr.
Mr. In-Between. Have you guys seen that?
Mr. Inbetween.
What? No.
Oh, the Inbetweeners.
No.
Or is that? Oh, okay. No, I think that's British. No, sorry. I've never heard of Mr. Inbetween.
No.
It's like an Australian crime drama, with written, directed, and starring Scott Ryan. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
We find that a lot, actually, because we did a subscriber meetup, and some people that were there, they were like, oh do you
Yeah.
know these people? We're like, what is that? What are you? And they're like, it's a New Zealand drama. Like,
Crime drama. Yeah.
we're addicted to
It's a
it. We've
Never heard
never
of it.
heard
big
of it.
island.
Yeah, you would think we would know, but
Well,
we don't.
It's the same thing being in the military. Remember, you tell someone you're in the army, and like some lady be like, "Oh, my son is in the army too. You must know him." It's like, no, there's actually 500,000 soldiers.
Okay.
They all wear the same outfit. It's really hard.
Oh, you mean Private Johnson? There's one of those.
Yep. No, so I'm really mad we didn't get that picture of us almost getting executed.
Right.
We tried.
We
They
did.
said no. Oh yeah,
So-
go on.
Sorry, we went to the Pacific War Museum.
All right.
And there was like, apparently they had just had a reenactment, I think.
Like that morning.
And there was like,
Or this
I
morning.
think say they
well,
did.
no,
Otherwise,
they-
it's just
well,
weird.
I say I think because I didn't see any people walking around in American uniforms, but there was like an alarming amount of Japanese people walking around in Japanese World War II uniforms.
This is with Japanese. Like this is with like World War II vets. There. This is
Actual Japanese vets who were there.
no. This
no,
is
Oh, the reenactment. Yeah.
yeah. The,
Actual World War II vets who were there with people dressed up in their 20s, like as Japanese soldiers,
Like,
the whole
dressed
regalia.
like the
Oh,
guys
wow.
they fought.
and then 100-year-old vets that we interviewed. They were there with those the cosplayers.
Yeah.
What are they called?
And
Cosplayers?
we obviously
Reenactors,
we're
that's better.
idiots. So the first thing, one of them recognized Brandon and was a fan. They were from Canada. They came down for this reenactment, and Brandon was like,
I was like, oh, dude, no, like, pleasure. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that you guys are fans. But like, yeah, they're like, oh, you want to grab a picture? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. Let's jump in. And I'm like, is there any way that we can grab like the 4 of us? Because there's 3 of them, 4 of us. And I saw they had like the bayonets. They had the like full kit and everything. I'm like, dude, is there a way that we can like get on our knees and like do like a hostage photo where you're slitting our throats or some shit? And they're like, they were terrified. They were like, no, we absolutely can't do that. Our government won't allow it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
So
It was these gentlemen here.
It's a government thing.
And they were great. They were amazing people. But like,
super cool.
immediately the government will fucking.
they were scared to talk about it.
Yeah, they were like, dude, no, like we cannot cross that line. And like, I'm thinking like, hey, obviously we respect that. We don't want to get anybody in trouble. But secondly, it's like, fuck, imagine being that scared of your own government.
Wow.
That you won't take a joke photo that hurts nobody.
Same thing at SHOT Show with the Chinese guys.
That was funny.
I was going to say, it sounds a little close to home for Japan, just across the South China Sea.
China, there was.
Oh, tell that story, Nick.
Brandon, he had more fans that were Chinese that came up and wanted a picture with Brandon, and they took a picture with him.
Like from China, like mainland China.
Like, yeah, no, like they flew there and they're like, oh yeah, we're gun YouTubers or influencers from China. And Brandon's like, I didn't know you guys had those, but okay, sure, whatever, we can get a picture. And they go to take the picture, and Brandon's like, everybody say fuck communism. And they like got super fucking awkward. And the dude that was in charge that took the picture took the card out of the camera.
Oh, you got freaked out.
I'm like, oh
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh, the repercussions there.
They're no longer alive.
They burned that car.
Oh, no longer fans.
They burnt those guys.
It's crazy seeing that reaction. You're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
What is, so I guess I don't know New Zealand very much. I know the UK has some pretty strict censoring with like being edgy or saying jokes or things like that. Is what's
Thought
New
police kind of
Zealand
stuff.
like? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who's our boy that gets in trouble that we want? Count Dankula.
Well,
Oh, well, that's, Scotland.
Yeah.
yeah, Scotland. I know he's been in trouble a couple of times.
I don't know if you know this, but different island.
well, like
Yeah.
the UK.
I wasn't sure where he was from. I was like,
I think it was the UK. I'm almost positive
talk
it
about
was
that
the
map
UK.
later.
They actually put a woman in jail for like 60 days because she took lyrics of a rap song that had the N-word in it, but like put it in quotes
Holy
and put
shit.
it as her Facebook status, and they put her in jail for like 60 days for it.
Wow.
So like some countries are getting really strict on what you're not allowed to do or say, whereas in America you can kind of just do it. I mean,
From what I understand, in New Zealand, there's been a recent law that's passed, and it's to do with online bullying.
yeah.
My favorite
Don't
thing.
let these guys on your Twitter account. Especially that one.
my job. What?
Why aren't you allowed to have access to the unsub Twitter?
He was
It's just
bullying
online
somebody.
bullying.
He was on his camera bullying somebody on Twitter. That's how addicted he is. Cody has Twitter on his camera. He's like, this fucking dude. All right.
They won't give me access to the Twitter. I don't understand why.
Because you're fucking Homelander. You look like Butcher, but you act like Homelander.
The amount of people that I have seen you bully into deleting their Twitter accounts is insane.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
We'll show you afterwards.
Yeah, but like you were saying, New Zealand, I feel like it has cracked down a little bit in the last few years. But in saying that, like over the whole, can I say COVID?
Yeah.
Over the whole COVID period, I
Were you
would
guys
say
as bad as Australia was during that?
Worse.
probably worse.
Really? No shit.
Okay.
Worse.
shit.
But in saying that, the videos that were coming out of like, actual just citizens in Australia getting dragged out of their front door by police. Because like, did you post this on social media?
Yeah.
That kind of never happened in New Zealand. But
No,
we saw
they actually got
Australians
arrested,
actually getting
yeah.
like dragged out from their
Pregnant
homes.
woman.
Pregnant woman,
You
everything.
posted something on Facebook.
They put her in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
gone.
That was
do you
what
know
Sean
though?
Strickland was talking shit to him about when
Yeah.
he fought in
Yep.
Australia.
The
Yeah,
police
yeah,
have
that'd be
been
it.
prosecuted for that since, though.
I
Yeah.
wonder
It's,
what
it's
is
all
the.
come out back around.
I wonder what the biggest difference between us and them that would make it so that police don't do that here.
Yeah,
idea.
I don't
Can't
know.
think of anything.
Some sort of deterrent, but I just
Something
like,
weird.
Nothing comes to mind, to be honest.
I don't know.
There's
Weird.
a 2-second something.
I don't know. It's way above our
I don't know.
pay
Come to
grade.
us later. but-
We'll get there.
That's insanity.
Yeah.
Holy
We had,
shit.
Yeah.
We had
Drink?
our
What's that?
Need a little drink? You good?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
We had our buddy Swagger Souls came through the podcast a while back, and he was talking. He's an American who lives over in Australia now, and he was talking about during the whole big COVID thing. One of his friends, they had an allotted time they could go outside.
Yeah,
And so
That and the boys.
yeah. So their friend went into a completely empty park, laid down, took a nap, fell asleep, but he stayed out there past his allotted time. No one around, just middle of a park. Woke up with police hassling him like, "You're not supposed to be out here.
Right.
Why are you out here right now? What are you doing?" Like, just woke up from a nap in the middle of a park with no one around.
Did they maintain 6 foot distance, or like
they prodded him with a stick from
like COVID would know. Like the government's trying to enforce the 3-second rule if you drop food on the fucking ground.
My favorite thing is we all pretended for like 2 years that it didn't matter in restaurants.
If you were sitting down, though.
If you were at 3 foot level,
yeah, that's right.
COVID didn't exist. But if you're standing, you have to have a mask on. If you're sitting down at a restaurant, you're fine.
I forgot about that entire time. That was flying.
You
was
need to
the
trust the
worst.
science, dick. What the fuck is wrong with you? Okay? The same invisible walls at restaurants and casinos that are protecting me from secondhand smoke are the ones that are protecting me from COVID. The fuck is wrong with you?
God, I'm so sorry. I forgot.
What rules did they enforce on you guys? For like, did they even have restaurants opening at that time?
They were closed for a while.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full lockdown.
Full lockdown.
So they like one of the unique things about Auckland, which is the biggest city in New Zealand, is that it actually stretches from the east coast to the west coast of the nation.
East side to the west side.
Yeah,
so to
exactly.
speak.
Yeah, exactly. So kind of like bottlenecks in like this, right? And then you got the city. So they basically cordoned off the northern border and the southern border.
You couldn't leave.
Nobody out, nobody in. Just full
Hold
barricade.
the fuck on.
Yeah,
barricaded.
Like you were saying, escape from LA with the eye patch, kind of like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was big time. So
They
and
locked you in?
we were thankfully, because we live in Lake Taupo, which is about 3 hours south of Auckland, we had gotten out just before that happened.
A big part of why we moved from our hometown in Auckland to Taupo, we already had a house in Taupo, was because they had so many rolling lockdowns and levels. New Zealand went up and down in levels quite a lot. So it was like, oh, we've changed level and a traffic light system. Anyway, it's hard to talk about, but suddenly you're in this level and you're allowed to do this amount of things. And then, oh, no, there's been another case.
Back down.
Level.
like
you
the-
can't do this. You
back
can't
down to
do
red.
DEFCON in the military.
But it was
Yeah.
only Auckland for a lot of it, or big cities. So we had a house in a small town and we moved out.
Well, let's get out of Dodge.
Let's go.
Isn't it interesting how you can just control large groups of people when they live in close quarters with no fucking guns?
I think that's a lot of Aucklanders actually, to be honest, woke up to that after that happened. They were like, I cannot believe how easy it was to lock us into a city. And no one could get out.
If you gave an overview of what happened during COVID to somebody a year before it happened,
I
they
know.
would have called you a conspiracy theorist. They're like, there's
big
no
time.
way. People would never go along with it. The government would never try that. It's like, it's exactly what the fuck happened, and you went along with it with a f***ing smile
Yep.
because Tiger King was on Netflix.
Yeah, he was.
Which was also a wild time in American history,
was
too.
wild.
It's like we all just stayed inside for 2 weeks and watched a gay man with tigers fuck around.
Yeah, I remember that.
We all
yeah.
watched it.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't.
were there with you. Yeah.
I've never seen it.
Really?
What?
Really?
Yeah, my bad.
Same.
They don't have Netflix in Iowa?
No. I'm busy watching World War II documentaries, just minding my own fucking
They
business.
have the corn channel. You just watch corn.
You laugh! I swear to God. I was explaining to somebody the other day that you can hear corn growing in Iowa, and they still don't believe me.
I don't.
You can.
what?
I swear
What?
to God, when you're Iowa grows.
This is a psyop for us to
Iowa
visit
grows
Iowa
more
is what this
corn
is.
than anywhere in the world.
Does it sound like popcorn?
Yes.
Whoa.
I swear to God, after it rains in Iowa in like the summer when the corn is really growing, after it rains, you can hear the corn
You're from Indiana.
stalks cracking as they grow.
I was going to say that. Is it like a creaking sound?
Yeah, it's like a creaking, popping sound that you can actually literally go outside and hear fucking corn growing after it rains.
I hear that same thing after Eli does his weekly trendos. My phone popped.
Do you guys remember the KFC bandit in Australia?
What?
During COVID? There was a guy, there was like a KFC open, and he bought a ton of it, and he was smuggling KFC to the shut down cities.
That was New Zealand. I'm sure.
that New Zealand?
I'm
It
sure
might have
that
been
was
New
New Zealand.
Zealand.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Remember, they got.
that was you.
Yeah.
Oh, right. I think I do know
They
this
also
one.
had people in the back of their car.
It's like
So
the
they were trying to
opposite
get
of the Hamburglar.
He got
That's
arrested.
gonna be like a folk hero.
The Robin Hood fried chicken.
Colonel.
Yeah, this poor bastard got arrested for selling like black market KFC to people in cities that were shut down.
I'm
Yeah.
sure that was
Yeah.
New
It
Zealand.
might have happened in both countries.
Could have happened
Kiwi
both.
Santa Claus.
Oh, we love our
Okay,
KFC.
so have you guys ever watched many of the episodes of Unsubscribed Podcast?
A few.
Yeah, a few,
You watch
quite a
it?
few.
Yeah.
Are you familiar with the Offenders?
Oh Christ.
The Offenders. No.
It's our superhero group. We asked most our guests when we're not too drunk to forget, so about half. Basically, you get to pick a superpower, any superpower you want. We get to pick the offset.
Okay.
So, for example,
I can fly, but in order to fly, I have to shout racial slurs. Oh. They picked that. So I picked flying. They said, all right, well, you guys.
We were like,
can
Cody, you
racial
can fly, and he came up with that was weird. But I want to yell racist stuff.
I think he just started with the offset. I guess you can fly.
that was his offset. I guess you can fly. All right, that's really good.
I don't know how we haven't joked about that yet. Okay.
That's how we're explaining that joke from now on out. I can yell racial slurs, but I have to fly.
Added bonus, yeah.
I see this as an absolute win.
All right, Crown Cock.
I can travel at the speed of light, but then I cannot interact with anything for 5 minutes. So if I show up to any bad things happening,
Crime
like,
in
stop!
progress.
Hold on,
You gotta sit there and wait.
you gotta sit there and watch.
ma'am.
Stop, please.
Resist more.
Just trying to coach somebody. No idea how to fight.
You got this.
Guys, you guys came on a hard episode. We apologize.
I have all the powers of like Professor Xavier from X-Men. So like I can read minds, I can make people think stuff, I can lift things up with my mind or whatever, but it's only for like the 45 seconds after I come. So I'm like post-nut clarity, man.
Super powerful for a little bit.
I did not see that coming. He did. Pun on the pun.
I can't be permanently killed, but every day I myself.
Oh my goodness.
And my body is left in the same place as it was. So if I wake up in the morning and I see myself hanging from the ceiling fan, I know it wasn't a great Thursday.
I was depressed.
Oh, what are your guys' superpowers?
Why do I feel like this is an amazing plot for like some sort of like TV series or something?
It would be awesome.
Wow.
Disney?
Yeah, just put a chick in it and make your name.
I mean, realistically, they just had lesbian space witches. We've got a chance.
I mean, this is basically like the Boys spinoff.
The men.
The men.
Okay, my superpower is I can shoot full auto out of my fingers.
Oh, all right.
You have no accuracy.
That's accurate for a New Zealander. Well, how about this?
You have realistic recoil in your finger.
Oh, sorry.
Your fingers push into your hands.
I'm here to save you.
Bro, you miss everything.
The Sith lightning's way cooler.
What's yours?
Okay, teleporting. Teleporting.
It's like demo.
Oh, well, we know demo's offset.
Yeah, we can get.
God, teleporting.
Koala.
Bring the koalas.
You have to have syphilis.
It's only active one you taste positive.
We talked about the koala syphilis.
I was saying that like his demo's superpower is
I guess
that
it right now. Every time she teleports.
oh, God. It's a different one in a different place.
I'm here to save you, babe. Those blisters on your face.
Hey, take a step back, Dallas Fire Club.
AIDS again.
The kids are upstairs like,
God, what is the offset to that?
Rolling dice, like, oh, AIDS. Third time this week. It's always
Demo
AIDS.
breaks kitten nicks.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, so he, in order to
I know that.
teleport, he has to snap a kitten's neck.
He's a
every
vet.
time.
He's a vet.
Yeah.
So he really loves
So you
animals.
probably could have put it
Yeah.
back together anyway. 'cause
You've got to like finish making a Vegemite sandwich first, and then you get every time. So you're just frantically making a sandwich when shit's hitting the fan.
I'm like, better wait.
You have to call your government and say, I'm about to teleport to this location. I should be back around 9 p.m.
It'd be very like in a 10-minute window. She's always on hold.
Or else it doesn't work.
Yes, I'll hold.
Only when the
we need you really bad. It's like, no, I said 9 p.m. Sorry.
The Avengers theme is playing on the hold line. Like,
Red tape lady.
the red tape.
She's gonna be here any minute now. Kick your ass. Any minute.
She's like the red tape in first base.
No one answers her call from midnight to 6.
Jesus.
Okay, so now we're officially part of the
It's
offenders.
funny because then you actually do have to call twice if you want to bring your husband anywhere.
You say, it's hang out and then call back. Finger gun here.
Sorry.
She's like, the kids are burning. And they're like, ma'am, you got to trust the process.
When's your last COVID test? Is it that bad?
It's good.
He's just gonna sit at home with little safes on his hands.
Bullets in the other room.
Get my fingers.
Have to sit in like 10 cigar cutters.
We'll never. We should call them. Nah.
Yeah.
It's gonna take forever to get here. He can't unlock his safes without his wife. That's actually really good. Holy shit! Thank you.
Edward Cigarhands.
What was that?
What?
I was gonna say this time. I was like,
That's an S.
What else? What else is crazy about the difference between America and New Zealand?
The people.
People? How
Yeah.
so?
I feel like this is what I boil it right down to. I feel like that a 30-second elevator ride with an American is like catching up with your old best friend. And in New Zealand, it's just like, most of the time it's like awkward silence. But in America, it's like, oh, hey, man, how you going? Yeah, cool. What number, can you push number 4 for me?
Does
And
that vary state to state or like region
It
to
does a
region?
little bit.
A little
It does
bit.
a little bit, yeah.
Slightly,
Yeah.
but it's always still just more. I get in and like it's just chatting. It's just like nonstop chatting. It's awesome. I love it because I feel like Americans wear their heart on their sleeves.
Yeah.
Whereas I think New Zealanders are slightly closer to like Brits, where it's a little bit more sort of closed book. But in America, you're just like everybody wants to be your friend, and I love it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Americans are inspiring in that way,
Very,
I think.
very friendly.
And also, you guys like really get behind each other and champion success for each other. You're like a big family, really supportive of each other. And I think that New Zealand has a lot of qualities, kind of like the Brits, where we're a little bit stiff upper lip, a little bit closed off to each other. But New Zealand, as opposed to the English, we are really laid back.
Yeah, a little bit more easygoing.
A little bit easygoing. We're not outgoing, but we're easygoing. Whereas I feel like you guys are outgoing. Yeah, you guys are like, you're like a big happy family together.
And you guys know how to celebrate stuff.
Oh.
Like you know what I thought about the other day, which is crazy? Tell me the only time where you think you hear the New Zealand national anthem. The one and only time.
Yeah, the rugby game.
Before a rugby game.
That's it.
It's the one and only time during the year where you hear the New Zealand national anthem sung
Yeah.
or played.
we play that shit all the
Oh
time.
yeah, big time.
We play your anthem in our car.
Yeah,
at
I
home. It's just so
got
good.
Chris
It's
Stapleton's
just so
version
good.
going on
Yeah.
repeat
Oh.
in my car.
We play it every
shit.
time
Oh,
we
I love
enter
it.
a new country with oil.
On loudspeaker.
Brandon, it's called democracy.
Yes, and more people need it, damn it.
It's cool to hear that from like an outsider because I don't know. In America right now, it kind of feels like everybody hates each other, but I
Yeah.
guess
We get that
Maybe it
a lot.
could
We
be
get
worse.
a lot of Americans saying, "Oh, it's so nice to hear people talk positively about us."
Yeah.
I feel like nobody hates America more than some Americans.
We've heard that too.
Some, for sure.
Yeah, we've heard that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the flag burners and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
like, I just feel like there's some people that hate America because they're having a rough time here. But
Yeah.
Well, I mean, one of the main reasons we started the channel was to also just showcase that it doesn't like you could even be in California and still have something to love. You can still find something to love even in California. You know, it's like it doesn't have to be like a political sort of, you know, emotional decision. I can just be like, man, like we went to Yosemite, one of the best times in our lives.
Yeah.
You know, there's lots of different things you can love about each different state. There's even people in California, you know, that we absolutely loved.
There's even people in California.
a lot of them.
There's even a couple.
The only reason I'm saying that is because a lot of our subscribers and stuff like that, they say like, you know,
I can't believe you went to LA.
yeah, or like we went to Seattle and loved it, and they're like, I cannot believe how could you love a place like Seattle? It's like this, you know.
You don't understand. I love heroin.
Oh, there you go. No, but I mean,
Seattle's the place.
Yeah, we've had a great time. Like wherever we've gone,
Yeah.
it's just
That's
been
awesome.
Yeah, it's been
That's cool to
fantastic.
hear.
So it seems that the cheese has hit Eli.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, he vanished.
Almost to the second. as
5 minutes
predicted.
before he
The
can
other
touch
one.
anything.
Watermelon sucks.
You don't like watermelon?
No.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I can help.
I like the lime. Cody, is there any more lime ones?
In the fridge, yeah, in there.
Go for it. Dig through.
I don't think
I
there's
don't know that
lime
we
in
have
those
lime
ones.
in those ones. Though.
See what you
okay.
find.
It
It's
probably
okay.
didn't come with lime.
I don't know
Survive.
Tangerine there?
Nah, I'm good.
I don't know which box we got.
You guys good? Need anything?
No, we
No,
go.
we good.
No. How much longer are you guys in here?
In San Antonio,
America.
Oh, America, another week.
Another week,
Yeah.
yeah.
How much longer in San An?
Leaving Wednesday, I think.
Yeah.
You guys been driving the whole way?
No. So we've been flying between different places.
Oh, okay.
So we like the RV trip was like all the way up the west coast, back down a little bit inland through like you know, Wyoming, Idaho.
Did you guys stop
Utah.
by the Trees of Mystery in Northern California?
The Trees of Mystery? No, but we went to the Avenue of Giants. Is it close to that?
Probably the
Sounds
big.
like a fucking fantasy.
Right?
land.
Bro, it is. Dude, I swear to God. Like, one of the core memories of my childhood, because like I was born in Northern California, was like, we're gonna go see the Trees of Mystery, like little 7-year-old Fat Electrician. Dude, the biggest fucking trees.
You were both still fat and an
the
electrician.
sequoias and all that sort
The
of
redwoods.
Right, and the
Yeah,
redwoods. Yeah,
and-
yeah.
yeah.
Avenue of Giants, I'm sure.
We did
That's
that. We-
probably a different
It's-
part.
maybe
Yeah,
it's-
but like, there's some part of Northern California where the trees like do weird shit. Like I remember it. I was a kid, so I'm probably exaggerating with my kid memory, but like there was a fucking redwood tree that went straight up, and then right in the middle of it, there was a fucking chunk that came straight out the side, just as big as the base of the tree was. It came straight out the side, like 6 feet, and then another fucking tree straight out. It literally made a giant number 4.
Whoa.
And it was like an 8-foot in diameter redwood the entire way through. It was crazy.
Is that the national park where they have the archway you can drive
Yes.
through?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
We went around there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We went close to that.
Close to that.
Those,
yeah.
those trees make you feel like you're in a different.
And then they're like,
fucking
yeah.
world.
this tree
Literally
is
Endor.
900 years old.
Yeah.
You stand next to it and you're like, oh,
I love there are pictures of loggers back.
I
in,
don't
like,
actually matter.
at all.
posing
Why is
with
this
their
here?
saws.
Yeah.
There are pictures from like 1840 with loggers posing with their saws. They're like, look what we did. We chopped down this 900-year-old
Oh, yeah.
tree.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
aren't we
Oh,
proud?
Oh
Yeah.
It
man.
built 80 houses.
This tree's father was alive when Jesus was crucified.
Back when 2x4s were 2x4.
Yeah, it's the good old days, right, Nick?
Yeah, what do you guys build your houses out of?
Mostly a tree called Rimu.
Oh, really? You guys
Yeah,
do that?
Rimu. Or
I'm
there's-
What's the size?
I'm just sick of the goddamn British people making fun of Americans for having houses made out of wood. They're, oh, you guys don't make them out of bricks. Do.
Oh, we don't have many brick houses.
No, not many.
Yeah.
We do have some brick houses.
Yeah.
Because the
But
British are
also,
stupid.
pine trees weren't native to New Zealand, so the settlers came and brought it, and it's now it's all over the place.
So
Yeah.
I'm curious. What is one thing now that you've been in the U.S. for so long? What's one thing that you're looking forward to having back in New Zealand? Family doesn't count. Don't be gay like that.
Coffee.
You guys don't
Oh,
have
yeah,
coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee. Oh my
You
goodness.
guys don't have coffee?
No, we
No,
have
we
we
do.
have we
We
have
have
we
coffee.
have the greatest coffee.
Oh,
We,
your
in our
coffee's
opinion,
better.
and our
You
humble
hate
oh, yeah.
our coffee.
What's the biggest
The
difference?
Hate's a strong word,
Yeah,
but
not
it's
hate.
kind of
It's still
accurate.
caffeine.
Like-
So we're drinking it.
It's a strong word. Thank you for using it.
I appreciate it.
You know, it's another strong word.
You said it, not me. Yeah, no, we're just not. We're not used to like the creamers and like all that sort of
There's no
stuff.
creamer in New Zealand.
Nothing like
Oh,
that.
I just
It's
drink
milk.
black coffee.
We don't have half and half, like
That's
or
it.
half and half. Like there's nothing like that in New
Half and
Zealand.
half.
It's just
no.
Corrected.
just
Half
milk.
and half.
Yeah, yeah, half and half.
Wait, you just do
What,
coffee? Now, are you more into espressos and then
Yes.
the
Yeah.
Ca-
Espresso.
cafe style specialty.
So it's actually
coffee.
the
Froth
grind and then how the
Yes.
pour's
Yes.
done.
Yeah.
Which
Especially
actually
espressos.
Yeah.
Dude, well, the amount of change that does to the flavor is fucking insane.
No, it is.
I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Even
for
the
a long time. I was
temperature
like,
in
It's
which
strong.
you like use, like we had a specialty coffee here, which was the same thing, espresso with. It was so hot. It was.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, coffee's a whole thing in New
Say
Zealand.
hated it.
American
You hated
coffee.
it.
And in America, I understand where you're coming from. In America, people think hotter equals of higher quality, which is
wow.
not at all the case.
It is with women.
Well,
Science.
I can't beat you on that one, but no. Yeah, it's the temperature thing where it's
Right.
like, here's a boiling hot cup of shit coffee.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? And you're like, no.
That's
Well,
the
it burns your taste buds off, so you don't know the
And you
difference.
have to wait
Exactly.
45 minutes to drink it.
That's
Right.
yeah.
Anyway.
I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working as an electrician, like, oh, it's break time. I'm gonna stop at a gas station and get coffee so I can drink it on my next
Tomorrow.
break in fucking 2 hours.
2 to 3 business days.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Is there any differences that you've noticed, like traveling America in such a short time, just with like the accents? Have any accents from different regions thrown you off more than others?
What's the hardest to understand is what he's trying to ask.
So we got to. There's not much difference, like up and down the west coast, right? It's all pretty similar. So we got to a RV park in Jackson, Wyoming, and our next door neighbor was from East Tennessee.
No.
And so he was like, "Oh man, I was hunting birds, and I had this kiwi, and he came up like that, and he was like talking, and we were like sitting, we were like both just standing back, and he's like, whoa,
I
this
was
is different.
struggling to understand.
This
I was
is
like,
really different. Like,
Yeah.
amazing guy, like really
He was
funny.
such a cool
We
guy.
sat and talked for like an hour.
Yeah,
and he was talking
awesome.
about how this Kiwi guy just literally turned up. Like, they were out in the bush, like, out in the middle of the woods, like, like, I don't know if the hunting bears an actual thing, or is it like is it looking for bears?
Yeah.
Hunting
Oh,
down
no.
here.
No.
So they hunt them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Depends on the type and depends on where you are, but yeah.
Okay, so apparently they were hunting them, and then they had set up camp for the night, and out of the blue, this New Zealander on a scooter just turned up in the woods. And that was like,
And he's like, what are you doing?
what are we looking at here? Like, this is crazy. And so this New Zealander gets off his thing. He's like, oh, you hunting bears? You guys hunting bears? Like that. And he's like, and they're like, yeah, we're hunting birds. And he's like, and they all get off there, and they apparently have the chat, and apparently because he's ex-military as well. And so he said the whole night, this New Zealander guy was just like asking them question after question about the military, everything like that, because we don't really have that kind of culture in New Zealand.
Where was the gay club at?
You guys got some military culture in New Zealand? It's bears. Got like history?
The gay club with the big deck out back.
the big bear.
Yeah, they had the big deck out back, but the Kiwi was like, oh, man, you want a big dick? You want a big dick, Dad? Sorry, I went English on the half.
Have you ever heard? So that's what we call big. He would be a
Yes, I know, I know. And we were in a city. I can't remember which one it
bear. Really?
was.
You don't know that?
No, I remember now because we were in a city, and then instead of beers, like beers, like for drinking beers, they'd replaced they'd hung like an A over one of the E's, and so that's I think I gathered that's what it meant. Yeah,
I like you pointing at
that's
it.
slang.
What do you call that? You gathered that after about 3 hours of drinking there.
It all makes sense now.
I haven't had to pay for a drink on that.
This is a sausage fest.
How do you pronounce the word for the big wooden platform one might have attached to their house?
A dick.
Chase censor that.
Have you seen that ad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Standing
Yeah.
your-
There's a whole series of
sitting on your
ads.
dick?
Yeah. Yeah. I love polishing my big dick.
Kids go upstairs.
This is the grown-up part of the podcast.
Oh my gosh, there's a child in the room.
So, how much like military history or like celebratory are you guys of your military?
So the big one is April 25th, which is Anzac Day.
Anzac Day.
So yeah, Australia and New Zealand Army Corps. And that's moving. That's actually like really, that might be one of the only other times where you see the New Zealand national anthem being played. That's like the big one. You go there, you get there at like, 4:00 in the morning, like before the sun rises, and you stand there and there's like a big monument. They have like a service where they're like, playing military songs on the trumpets. And then they do like a small parade, usually where you see like, guys that are like 90 something, 100 years old, and they're still in their uniforms when they served, and they're just getting like wheeled along in wheelchairs, and you're just sitting there just going, man, that's the only reason I'm here, like living my life now, is because of you. And I just like, a lot of times we just like break down in tears. And
Kiwi military history is crazy.
Oh yes, it is.
Wait, I need to look at their camera.
It's
Nothing
insane.
beats a tank.
First off, I just like it's still like for celebration. Like, hey, 4 in the morning, you got to be there. We're gonna wheel you out about 5. It's gonna suck dick, dude. Nothing changes in the military ever. Well, why can't we wait till like 10 a.m.?
Yeah.
Everyone's awake then.
Yeah, those old guys love getting up at 5 a.m. What the fuck are you talking about?
I will never be up.
It's like the good old days.
Do you guys know about the Bob Simple tank? You have to.
What is it? What is that?
You know about the Bob Simple tank?
Is it a New Zealand thing?
Yes.
The Bob
Enlighten.
Simple tank. What is it?
Yeah.
Say it. Explain it.
In New Zealand in World War II, you guys were obviously very concerned about Japan potentially invading you for obvious reasons. I mean, you guys were right there. And they were trying to figure out, like, well, what are we going to do if the Japanese show up and fight? And you guys had, like, no real industry at the time capable of, like, developing and building tanks. You couldn't, like, you just didn't have that manufacturing capacity. And I think it was the man in charge of the Department of Works, which is basically like the equivalent of the U.S. Parks Department, got put in charge of like, hey, fucking figure something out for us. And he took a tractor, because you guys had like 78 tractors on your island at this point in time. And he up armored it with thick corrugated steel and put a machine gun on top and made the Bob Simple tank. It's like an internet meme.
It was the military-industrial complex version of the Killdozer.
I was about to say that. It
Really?
reminds me of the Killdozer, but on a tractor.
Legit.
Yeah.
And it's tiny. It's kind of adorable.
Oh, cute.
I'll show you. Like, well, no, everybody makes fun of it though.
Good on New Zealand.
So here's what it was. It's just this little tiny tank
Oh, okay.
that you guys like whipped up out of nowhere.
They call that Kiwi ingenuity.
Yeah.
It's like it's a
So I
thing.
mean, it's literally just thick corrugated steel with machine guns all over it.
That's what and how are you up for a military?
That's crazy.
And
The Japanese. Oh,
it's you laugh.
I believe the Japanese.
Kiwis built a tank, and guess who didn't show up? The Japanese, because they were fucking scared of it. Okay.
Yeah, because they called it, and I quote, ooh woo.
I thought the story was that, and this is what we were told. So the Japanese did come and they flew over,
And submarines.
everyone had to turn off their lights at night. So all lights. So there was a curfew for putting your lights on at night because they knew they were going to fly over and just scope it out. So there was a period of time where you couldn't, like, it was sun up, sundown. There was no lights, no candles, whatever it was. And yeah, that's often the story that we were told.
Yeah. And also the submarines.
Also, the Americans came
Yep.
to save us.
So just before we actually left on this trip, there's an island just off the coast of Auckland called Waiheke Island. And it's kind of like a little bit, further out to like the ocean where you kind of want to look out because there's a big inlet. But anyway, so we had no money at all to set up like a battery or any defense positions. So the Americans basically came down, their Navy came down, or your Navy came down, and set up all these different gun positions, these massive cannons that were all just facing out. And so now obviously the cannons are gone, but we have all the remnants of the batteries that are still there and the underground barracks and everything and tunnels. You can take like tours and everything. There's like a museum. It's really cool.
So New Zealand was legitimately petrified
America
that
showed
the
up
Japanese
one
would
time.
come.
Big time.
When did New
You guys
Zealand
need
receive
some fucking giant guns.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, do it. I like America's selling point. It's like, you want these? Fuck yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. How you say it?
I don't know. Everybody makes fun of the Bob Simple tank. I like it. It's like one of my favorite tanks.
I was going to say, financially, they were at the whim of the United Kingdom at the time. And that's
Right.
what I was going to ask. When did New Zealand receive freedom
from the United Kingdom.
They didn't.
We
We didn't.
We're
You still
yeah.
are a territory?
We're
Oh
still-
my God,
we're
guys,
still
what are
on
you
it.
doing?
I know.
Yeah.
We're still on
Throw that
monarchy.
tea in the harbor. You like coffee. You like guns. I heard you say both.
YouTube, let's start it. We'll start it right here.
Yeah.
We had no part in this YouTube. It's
A
all
little-
on them.
a little-
Oh, I
known
fucking
fact.
did. Come at me, England.
Jesus Christ. Americans really don't change. Let's get drunk and convince people to revolt against the British.
Tell me that doesn't sound like fun.
United States of New Zealand,
You're still a territory of the United
Yeah,
Kingdom?
so we're part of the Commonwealth, eh?
part of the monarchy, under the monarchy.
Under the monarchy.
Yeah.
But,
Well, now it's the kingdom. Yeah.
there was talk of them trying to become independent. And that was over sort of the last
Try to
4
change the
years.
flag.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I remember the flag
Taking
changing.
Yeah.
the Union
Yeah.
Jack off.
Yeah.
But a
Yeah.
little known fact about New Zealand, and you might like this, or you might already know this, but that New Zealand was the first country in the world to declare war on the Nazis
I did not know
Ever.
that, but I like it.
ever
why I
because of
didn't
the
know
time
that.
zones. So news filtered through to us from the UK,
was
and
gonna
we
say,
were the
that's
first
fine.
ones who did
Time
it.
zone, you got to do it
Because of the
first
time
on the
zone.
clock.
I was just
That's
picturing New
dope.
Zealand as like fucking Jon Snow.
You know what?
No army behind him.
Make that meme happen.
That is great.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I like
Fuck you all. We're coming there. USA, get these.
Yeah, we got America.
Looking north, you're declaring war on the Nazis. Like, fuck, Japan's right there.
Turn off the lights.
Turn your candles out.
Turn the candles out. Minecraft.
I'm just picturing like the little girl from Jurassic Park that can't turn the flashlight off. Like,
Iris owls looking
So, does that do you guys not need a passport to go to the UK then, or how does
No, we do.
you do? You
What
still
the
get
we do.
fucking benefit are you getting?
So like in America, like Puerto Rico's a territory, and so is
you
Guam.
used to have the.
So like we don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico or Guam because it's our territory.
I think it might be easier for us to get into the country, but I think because they're not part of the Euro anymore, the European Union.
Oh god, this is really confusing. So
Yeah,
you're
so
under
if they were
Europe,
still part
but
of the
you're not
European
part of
Union?
the European Union.
Yeah. So now I think that it's a little bit easier for us to get in. I mean, I don't know for sure, but another thing I was going to say is that the Battle of Britain.
Yep.
So you had UK providing the most pilots, obviously.
Yep.
You had the Polish out for revenge.
Being Polish, yeah.
providing the second most pilots.
Yeah.
New Zealand provided the third most pilots for World War One.
So it's just-
Battle of Britain, World
So
War Two.
I mean, you guys still if you go to join the military in New Zealand, you're joining the UK military.
Well, no, you're joining the New Zealand. It's called the Royal New Zealand Army.
But it's under the UK.
Kind of, I guess. Yeah, if you want to go right back. And when we joined the SAS, we know more people.
What did you guys do? What happened over there?
Go on, boys.
We got a podcast happening over this side.
History segment. And then
She said we're still under the control of the Queen of England, and Brandon said, "Well, you used to have a queen." I said, "I don't know if you heard," and she said, "No."
So we've been trying to politely let you have a conversation while having a stroke.
Fuck yeah, best joke. The implication you found out the Queen died on this podcast.
I was edging an aneurysm.
Wait, we landed on the moon?
I hope Chase cuts back and forth as they're having a meaningful conversation.
Fuck, pardon. Sorry, go on.
What were we talking about?
They're
Do we serve
they're
the
not
British
part of the
military?
European Union, so they don't have the euro, but they're still under the UK, so they join the UK military, kind of, sort of, but not really.
Yeah.
Oh fuck. Okay, so this circles right back around.
Yeah.
So there was been kind of a running thing in our group chat where we called you guys the Europeans. So yeah, one of the Europeans coming on. And so I sent a photo of the world map with two things circled. I'm like, by the way, just friendly reminder, Europe, New Zealand. But apparently up until Brexit, you guys kind of were.
Pretty much.
Were we though?
Told you.
Well, I mean,
Fucking hell.
more. I mean, we are I don't know. We've never had any sort of major law.
We are in a bit of an awkward situation.
It is a bit awkward,
It
yeah.
is actually awkward.
Yeah, let's face
It's
it.
like,
Let's
why
be
are we
honest.
even tied to the British like that.
Yeah.
It is kind of weird.
They hardly ever come down and visit us or anything, so it's
Nah.
kind of just like
That sounds awesome.
it's a bit like do what you want, but just don't piss us off. you
Yeah.
know? Yeah.
It's like my dad.
Just stay within the boundaries, and you guys are good.
He's like, just like my dad. Yeah, are there any financial ramifications of that?
Ooh.
I don't know, not really.
That was actually my question. Is there a significant like advantage exchange rate wise between like being YouTubers and making YouTube money? Because I assume YouTube pays the same as it does for like. Is that
huge advantage?
Huge.
It's a big exchange
Massive
rate
advantage.
advantage. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's kind of what I was wondering. Because you guys do this full time, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we get 60 cents to the dollar. So if we get paid
Worse than women.
God damn it.
So if we get sent 60 cents American, we get $1 New Zealand.
That's
so
not
it goes
the
up.
one. Now I know what we can
And I
make
would
them drink
say-
with. If we tell sexist jokes, the girls have to drink.
That's not the rule.
Oh, there we go.
That's not the rule.
How are they not just laid all over the floor right now? It's like,
Every time we're sexist, you guys have to take 76% of a shot. Okay.
yeah. So basically we get 60 cents to the dollar, and everything especially the price of food and stuff like that is just cheaper in New Zealand.
That's a new thing, though.
Oh yeah, it's kind of new. Yeah, in the last 3 or 4 years. And so we we came back from our trip last year, and I remember saying one thing I'll never complain about again is the price of food in New Zealand.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like what's give us what's.
Well,
the
so think
difference?
about this, right? So if we get paid, we do 60 cents US as $1 New Zealand. We go to McDonald's, but it costs the same. Like you actually see the same number for a Big Mac combo. We're paying about 40% less.
So growing up, it was common knowledge that everything's cheaper in the USA. You go to the USA, everything's cheaper. Like you save your money, you go there, you go shopping, you get all the things. And
Bidenomics.
we've had that comment a lot.
We've heard that.
We were shocked at how it was not cheaper.
Yeah. When was the first time you guys came to the
We
States?
came last year.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then this year.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
Right.
Restaurant pricing right now, especially when you're like,
tourist, yeah.
This
you
is
have
the
a
worst.
family.
Yeah.
You have a family, and you're
used to
like,
be true.
Yeah.
This is genuinely the worst inflation I've ever experienced in my lifetime.
And given that New Zealand has some of the worst inflation as well. So this is relative. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the same sort of, the housing crisis here, housing crisis there. It's all the same stuff. But back in the days, it just genuinely used to be cheaper in the USA. And even though you had an exchange rate that was unfavorable. So now we feel like the same amount and we have to pay double because of our exchange rate. But like you said, our income comes from the USA.
Yeah.
So if we're living in New Zealand,
awesome.
Goes back to your question.
Yeah,
that's it.
that's awesome.
It's a
That's
huge
good thing.
advantage.
So what do you guys have for like taxes as far?
Okay, now we want to talk about disadvantages.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned the amount of tax that the percentage that we pay in one of our live streams, and people were just like,
Flawed.
What is
So
it?
Can I guess?
33%.
Kidding me?
40.
33.
That's
Sorry.
really not
33?
terrible.
33% income tax. And it's obviously dependent on how
What
much you...
What other taxes do you guys have? Like property
So-
taxes, sales tax, anything?
Yeah,
No,
rates
so we have
for housing.
GST.
We pay
so that's like
GST.
it's about 15%.
If
isn't
we
it?
didn't have taxes.
We
Our
talked to
loopholes are
someone that said their income tax was
better.
9%.
33%?
No.
Like,
Is it
in
enough?
the
Is
US,
it-
that's
but
pretty
we
normal.
also spoke to some
We
people
also
that have
said that was
0%.
So
income
it's
tax.
it's kind of like on a sliding scale.
Yeah.
So the more money you make, the more money
Right,
they
same
take.
as New Zealand. Yeah.
I think like
that sounds 33 sounds great.
when it's all said and done,
think like
because
the
it's
top's
like
35.
you're getting taxed by the federal government, and then you're getting
California's
taxed
like
by the
45.
state that you live in.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
different states have different tax rates, and you get taxed more based on the more money you make from the federal government. So like I would say on average-ish, when it's all said and done, it's probably like 33%. Is that?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's-
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
about
was going to say our upper
33%.
income bracket for federal income tax, I think, is like 35%.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
But that's just
most
federal. So then
normal
if you have the
Americans
state tax on top of that,
Or get taxed about
Oh,
So
so
you're
like
actually- you're actually taxed more
16%.
then.
some states have 8%
normal
tax.
amount,
Some
I'm sure.
states have
Look,
zero.
I don't want to talk about
Wow.
the little
But the
people.
states, so like Texas has 0% tax.
Yep.
but then
That's how
you
you
pay way more in property tax. So like if you own a house,
I
you
run
have
for
to
shit,
pay
homie.
more per year to own your property.
Is that what we call rates? Is it the same thing as rates?
I think so. Council rates.
Council
it's like your
rates,
local
local-
council, and they charge you for the land that you're living on.
Wait,
You
how-
have to
okay,
pay
basically,
like
yeah.
$3,000 a year or something,
Yeah.
like whatever it is.
Yeah.
You know, that type
Property
of thing.
tax, yeah.
Yeah.
How much is a house? Like if you buy a 3,000 square foot house,
First of all, it depends where you are. So Auckland, where we were,
city, lockdown city.
yeah, exactly, born and raised. I mean, like maybe 650,000 US wouldn't have even got you like a 1-bedroom unit.
At
In
one
New
point,
York
yeah.
or California. That's in like
Right.
It's
New
kind of
York
like
or
that.
California.
We
Like
got up to like
California,
Sydney, New York, Los Angeles type level, you know, like really
LA,
bad.
For reference, in LA, me and Jake and I were looking at a house. I sent him one. It was $1.2 million. This is a 1-bedroom, 800 square foot house
Yeah.
with no yard or anything.
Right.
But you're not talking about the amenities. How much human shit is in the streets in Auckland?
The fertilizer is great.
Well, yeah, that's a given. If there's any, it's too much. But
Oh yeah.
What about
Yeah.
the country though? Like property and everything. How much is that out there?
I think it's fairly expensive all across New Zealand.
It is pretty fairly
Yeah.
expensive. I mean, we were really fortunate to buy in the small town that we bought in but the thing is that, and we technically weren't allowed to do this, is that we bought a small town. We bought a small town lakeside home on my big city Auckland wages, and then technically we were supposed to shift in and live there, but we just rented it out because it was just not a possibility for us. And so we owned it for maybe 2 years or 3 years
Yeah,
before
we
we
had it
shifted
as a
in.
rental.
So we rented it out, and then finally, when all the big barricading lockdown stuff happened, is when we
Yeah.
just decided stuff this big city. I'm just done with it.
the legal ramifications for that won't be a problem once you overthrow the crown.
That's true.
Exactly.
The Queen.
Yeah.
Of course,
specifically.
yeah, the Queen. And by the way, bad news. I didn't even know she was sick.
Can't wait for your radicalized channel. It's sort of here.
Your New Zealand guerrilla fighters.
Down with the Queen. Oh no, I mean wait, that's already happened.
Again.
The sequel.
Be careful, she'll turn off your magnet shoes and you'll fall off the earth.
Your toilets will begin flushing the proper direction.
Yeah, actually.
There was actually something too.
Christmas will be in July. Sorry.
God. Something I was curious about too is some of the military history too on Australia, Australia in relation to New Zealand, because there's certain things that I guess I just lump them together a lot in my mind, because especially when it comes to like the World War I, World War II, like it's a lot of it is the Allies. It's the same fight. I'm thinking of things like Waltzing Matilda, things like that are very Australian.
They are
I guess.
Australian. Yeah.
But Gallipoli and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's kind of a New Zealand thing as well, where you kind of lump into the same thing.
Yeah, because that's probably why we celebrate Anzac, which is
Day.
collectively together. Yeah. So that's all I know on that.
I was gonna say I would look like a retard on a podcast. If a host asked me that, I'd be like, "Well, fucking whatever that dude said."
The counterpoint.
Yeah, the electrician guy.
I've heard a lot of people referencing New Zealand as if it was the same nation as Australia. So
By the way, your toilets flush the other way.
We need to go to New Zealand. That would be. I want to visit Hobbiton.
I thought you were just gonna go there like in the airport, flush the toilet, and you're like, damn, sure enough, leave.
It's a weird tax write-off, but here we are. Get in the plane, fly home.
Most viral video Unsub ever does.
Yeah. And
The gang flies to New Zealand to flush a toilet.
I hate how viral that would go.
probably would.
Yeah.
We could flush it
This
for
is
you.
progressively building up to me trying to take a shit in every country.
I've got
The US is already
a streak going of places I've got trophy shits. I take
Run that by me again.
I've got trophy shits. When I take a shit in a
If
a
this
place
ends
most
with you
people
have them
haven't been.
taxidermied
Yeah, I
in your
was gonna
room, I'm
say.
gonna be pissed.
I have a private album of,
Yeah, it's
of
a
me
fucking shadow
box. As a lady present, I'm done telling this
shadow box
story.
shit.
Oh no, this
With
is
a name under it.
It's like a bass
Really
mouth.
funny.
I don't know why
Would
girls
you
will say it.
All right.
So you actually have pictures of yourself on the shitter.
Yeah, and then I
Or is it
turned and
just-
remembered. No, pardon, I forgot. You're the first woman I've ever seen on the podcast, and I
could have
apologize
stopped
for
that
speaking this
scene.
way. Fuck you guys. I love my friend. No, I take pictures of myself shitting in like very famous locations. So anytime I travel somewhere, I'll take a picture of myself on a toilet at that location, then geotag it. Like it's like I don't want a picture of the Eiffel Tower. I want a picture of me taking a shit in the Eiffel Tower.
You share this with no one?
No, well, it's there's subscribe to my OnlyFans. $75 a month. King Trout shits. OnlyFans.com/King Trout. $729 $!4239.
I've got one for you. Inside the U.S. Capitol.
What?
I was raising my hand, but we can high five.
Why
on
were
that,
you
too.
raising your hand? All right.
He pooped in the Capitol. Where are you pooping?
Oh,
Fucking
you shit.
7-Eleven?
You're bragging about that.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
Jesus Christ. Why am
I
I explaining
misunderstood.
this to you? I'm over here.
Oh shit! Admin's here.
Funny story. We had a flag flown over the Capitol in our name and a certificate sent to us.
Dedicated to us. over the
Dedicated,
Capitol
like an
building.
actual, and we had the flag and the certificate
In the
sent
New
to us.
Zealand capital?
No,
Not here.
DC.
No shit.
in the Capitol.
DC.
Okay.
They said we had
Yeah.
this flag flown. In
I was going to say,
your
if it's
name.
the New Zealand capital, then,
It's not even worth pictures.
No, we were sent letters from the mayor of Atlanta and Georgia, the mayor of Atlanta and the governor of Georgia. We were sent like personal letters.
Yeah.
For
Just
particular reason?
well, because there was a big section of our channel was opening up boxes that we were sent. We must have been sent like 300 boxes in total from all different states and everything like that. And a big one was from Atlanta, and they had sent us, different. Because I think Coca-Cola was invented in Atlanta or started there.
Yeah.
So we get sent like all the different like books on Coca-Cola and everything like that. And then in the bottom there's this envelope, and it was like had like an official like government seal on it and everything. We were like, whoa, what is this? And we opened it up, and it was like a written letter from the governor of Georgia and the mayor of Atlanta.
It's kind of like how me and Cody are Kentucky colonels.
We are Kentucky Colonels.
Yeah.
I'm not a Kentucky colonel.
I thought for sure you'd be one by now. Have you checked? Do you have a P.O. box or anything?
I do, but nobody knows my last name.
Wait, is this kind of the thing where you can buy like a square foot of land on the moon?
No, Kentucky colonel's like actually a
You have to-
position of honor or whatever. You have to get nominated by the state government of Kentucky.
And the governor signs it.
You ever heard of
Wow.
like KFC, Colonel Sanders?
Yeah.
He's a Kentucky colonel. It's like a position of honor in the state of Kentucky.
Wow.
And other famous people or people that have done something can get nominated. And
Raise your hand if you're a Kentucky
The
colonel.
governor makes you a Kentucky colonel. And apparently they're popular enough to be Kentucky colonels.
So it's like a popularity thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out
Or
to
you earned
Kentucky.
it thing. Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
You get nominated. People
I'd make
think
a
you
good colonel.
deserve it. Yeah.
So if things get serious, you guys would actually be like colonels.
in the
No.
state of
Yeah.
Kentucky.
There's been some miscommunications.
Where are
Yes,
we
no.
putting the troops, guys? Please.
Kentucky.
Where's the boneless chicken?
How much baby powder were you sent?
Oh,
This white powder is weird. Just
Oh.
throw it away.
Oh, wow. This envelope's...
We actually used to get kind of scared that we'd get sent something that was.
I would never.
like hate mail.
That's
Try
terrible.
running
but
for
like-
office and opening your mail.
Oh, actually, we got
I
trolled.
bet.
We got trolled once
Yeah, we did.
because we eat so many, like fast food things, and we
Well, because they were sending us all the stuff from Walmart, like all
Traffic.
of the.
And you ate it?
Twinkies.
We did. I know. I've only thought about that recently. Like,
Oh yeah.
All the stuff that their FDA won't let them eat.
no,
'cause
but it's like, what if
horrible for
someone
you.
had like?
More you're trusting of
do you
your-
know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if at the bare minimum they would have put, laxatives in it or something, but
Now
Were
that
those
you-
Twinkies
Worst
filled
case
with
scenario.
actual
No.
cream?
No wonder we didn't like Twinkies.
No, but we anyway.
Man,
we-
they sent us unopened open Twinkies. That's weird.
Hear me out. Vegemite Twinkies.
wow, this Twinkie packaging has super glue on it. That's weird.
It's busted open.
We got sent a
Been
package,
busted open before.
Busted in also. But.
and it was one book, and it basically was said how to cook with vegetables.
Because they were like trolling us for.
We'd eaten so many American fast food snacks,
Yeah.
like ding dongs, Twinkies, like whatever.
I mean, you just have
You
to
can
sit
think
down
of-
with them. They're like normal people.
Like, God damn it. Cody, can you close us out?
Twinkies
We are
do that.
running out of the fucking. I know one of these cameras is like, I'm about to die.
Yeah.
Are we doing after shows?
He's just like me for real.
No, literally, I was like, it's like, how many? 4 minutes. See? Told you.
wow.
Okay.
Oh,
Eli knows. I'll still it.
We closing it out?
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining the Unsubscribed podcast. I was joined today by Eli Doubletap, the Fat Electrician, Sam and Nadine from Your New Zealand Family, Brandon Herrera, and myself, Donut Operator. We love you all.
Where do we find you beautiful people at?
Just on YouTube, Your New Zealand Family. Look us up. Instagram as well. Your New Zealand Family.
Yeah.
Don't send them Twinkies.
Eat Vegemite.
Yeah.
Eat Vegemite. Vegemite kicks ass.
Oh yeah.
Fair.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Kisses.
Bye.